Welcome to Through the Wire.
Through the wire. Happy birthday to my boy Chase Hoops.
Happy birthday to my boy Kyrie Young.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Kyrie, man.
Got
And
any
Chase.
more birthdays?
It's probably more out there. Happy birthday to everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday. Hold on.
Happy
let me go
birthday-
check,
happy
but his
birthday,
name is Mike,
Kyrie.
though. Dude, it was a guy named Mike who DM'd me.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Hoops' birthday was Saturday, and I was like, I got you, for sure. And I got up here and we got distracted by something. So happy birthday to Chase. Happy birthday to Kyron. I would love to have Kyron as a guest on this.
I wouldn't. We don't edit these episodes. We would have to edit if Kyron got on the show. It's like the man has no filter.
Kyron be wishing the craziest stuff on players,
Yeah.
especially when you got a parlay or something in. He'd be like, oh, I wish he just tear his ACL. I'd be like, bro, what?
The funniest thing is when he be needing a player to score, like he need a few more, but it'd be like 30-point blowout. He'd be like, can you please put him back in? He'd be like, Kyron, the game is done, bro. There's 4 minutes left. They down 30.
TTWtour.com, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to Denver October 24th, right before ring ceremony, before the Denver Nuggets get their rings. RSVP, completely free. Big event. It's not just a Through the Wire event. You will see inside the NBA. It's like a convention, if you want to call it that, for the season
We're
opener.
not seeing ring ceremony.
Maybe. I have no idea. But we will be in Denver when it's
We'll be in
happening.
Denver.
We might be in a hotel room, but we will be feeling that energy at least a little bit. So come out, see our last official stop on this tour.
Like Seinfeld.
What happened to Seinfeld?
Remember, no suit for you.
Oh, yeah.
No ring ceremony for you.
Yeah. No Suit for You was big in NBA culture for like a year when people were getting blocks. One year. I don't know why, because that episode is 90s. I don't know why it came back, but it did. It did. Let's talk about some preseason hoops. I don't know how much y'all been locked.
Shout out to State of Mind Clothing. My boy Rye and State of Mind sent me this jumpsuit. I'm really digging it.
What about the hat? Who sent you the hat?
Cody and Cole sent me this hat. Enjoy basketball.
Oh, okay, word.
Because you weren't gonna be on that.
I put the word
That's
in and told him,
crazy.
don't send it to Mike and Darrick.
Oh,
That's fine. I
let
just
me
got
see how you would look with this on. It's a trucker hat.
Mike could wear a hat. I've seen Mike in hats, and it don't look too crazy.
Boy, it look like Ice Cube. Out there.
Now, Darrick, well, he got to adjust them straps.
That's fine. It's just a
Big
strap.
head.
he got that. He trying to wear it
They
like
can't
me.
They can't even see the logo.
But you know what, Darrick? I feel like you could pull off a hat. You just got to get the reps in.
No blue HOH hats.
Not the blue HOH hat. Not a dad hat. A snap or a fitted, I feel like you could get away with.
He doesn't look.
That's
that
what I'm
look
saying.
decent. Yeah.
No, why is it tilted, though?
Why you trying to be like
Why you got
T.I.?
T.I.? Yeah.
My girl just got me a hat.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you need to rock.
That shit actually hat fits you. Damn, he had to adjust it.
Oh my God. Bro, I had like,
It's that big on me now. I'm trying to get the people to see how big. it is.
Say the word, we can get y'all a hat, man, if y'all really want the hats. I just figured that y'all wouldn't wear them because
I'll
y'all,
wear it.
I've
I'll
never
wear it.
seen
That's
it.
a very neutral hat.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
I like it. It's clean, though.
Thank you. But
That was
Darrick,
your design? You came up with that?
oh, no. I have no artistic ability. But it's my brand, so,
My girl just got me a hat. And
I thought you were going to say, my girl got a girlfriend. Chevy Blue like Whirlwind.
yeah, I was about to say that.
Roscoe bought me a hat, and I said, I don't wear hats. He said, maybe one of the guys will wear it.
What type of hat was
It
it?
was a Bears hat.
Oh, okay.
But I was, because he said it's too big. He said it's too big for him, so he gave it to me.
Oh, it's a fitted.
Yeah. And I was-
You take me, if you were going to wear a hat, football hat for sure.
Yeah.
Bears Nation hat.
I got
Big dad vibes.
I got one football hat. It's a Rich Vision Raiders hat.
Mm-hmm.
I had no desire to wear that Bears hat, by the way.
You should pull up with it one time.
Just pull up with it?
Yeah.
Why not?
All right.
What's the hat your girlfriend got you, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Kenneth Cole hat.
Nah, it was a Lakers. It's a Lakers hat, but the colors
is-
are kind of
That is very cute.
the colors are kind of crazy on it though. And I was trying to tell
Teal
her,
and
but
red. That's
it's like brown and teal.
by the way, that is my biggest pet peeve. Listen, people do whatever they want to do. Do you? Whatever Pierre think don't apply to everybody in the world. I'm aware. But I cannot stand when I see a purple White Sox hat. Like bro, you wearing a yellow White Sox hat? Is that a yellow White Sox hat that you got on right now? Please
I would
take
pull,
that
I
off.
would do that 100%.
Please.
I've never seen a purple.
I've been seeing a
Sox
lot of
hat.
girls that have
Shit,
like
you
the
need to
pink
come to my
White
house.
Sox hat. I like that one.
You say what?
They be having like the pink White Sox hat.
Well, that's
Oh yeah, I've
understandable.
seen those. Yeah.
It's such a neutral logo that I feel like you could just put any color behind it and
You
it'll,
can,
it'll
yeah.
look
The one I
decent.
had, it's like a brown. It's brown. So I have another brown hat.
You've worn that before, the brown hat.
Yeah. The Lakers look like the Laker part is it's like the Laker color, but the outside like the marks around it is like teal or something like that.
Okay.
But it also she had the option to get something like written on there.
Uh-huh.
She put her name on there basically.
For real?
Yes.
What you mean, basically?
She put her nickname on there.
Oh.
Okay,
That's love.
That is love. That's very cute. But yeah, that's just my biggest pet peeve. I'm just such a like sports geek that I know if you want to wear a color, every team has a colorway.
But you got to think about it. If I'm a diehard White Sox fan, I got this red fit on.
Yeah.
I'm not putting on no Boston Red Sox hat. I'm just going to find a red, black White Sox hat.
No, yeah, that's how my uncles think.
That is very old 40s, man.
My uncle done came in with a black Cubs hat. I'm like, bro, wear White Sox hat. Wear White Sox hat.
Can't get rid of his affiliates.
All black Cubs hat. Like, just crazy.
Do the Bulls have multicolored hats like that
Hell
too?
yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure every team and every like city or state that they in, like if we went to Minnesota, the Twins would probably have hats that are probably like purple. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this is our city's team. So we just, like KB said, people want to wear they fit, but they still want to rep their team, which is cool. But baseball hats, you have to. I don't know. It's just something baseball specific. I'm a baseball hat wearing guy. It's hard for me to. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily walk around with a Knicks hat.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't necessarily walk around with a Cowboys hat.
Because it's not a part of the uniform. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah,
I
you're
know
right.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Baseball players.
I don't know. Baseball hats do hit different than like other sports hats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their logos were built to be on hats. I don't know how to explain it. You know,
Big as Cowboy star on the hat. Watch out, man. But you know what I do want to? I want to get for my my office, the little mini football helmets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those look so raw, especially the college ones.
Pristine Auction got a thing where you can get the signed ones.
Mm.
And they're cool. They're cool. I've seen a lot of good ones.
Yeah, when I had got your jersey from Pro Jersey, I had seen a little thing, and I'm like, oh, I need to get some of those.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the nicknames I was talking about, Drop the Mic is who or what are some of the best nicknames in NBA history?
Skip to my little.
Skip to my Lou Israel.
Skip to my little.
The claw.
The Big Fundamental.
Oh,
The
the
big
glove. The
fundamental
glove
so
as well.
The glove is nice.
The glove.
Yeah.
I like a nickname that sound cool but also fit the person to a
Yes.
T.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the glove is a very, very good one because
White
know?
chocolate.
white
Oh,
chocolate.
yeah.
Yeah.
White chocolate is nice.
What about some new era ones though? Like, is there a
Greek
current
Freak?
NBA? Greek Freak is cool. I don't like the name time Greek Freak combination thing that
Freak
they've been
time?
trying to put. It feels too forced for me. You won't be seeing
super
me saying,
forced.
"Oh, what is it? Freak time pick and roll's been going crazy." Nah,
The best nickname currently for me is Comp 10. That is so hard. Like
No.
that Comp 10. Yeah, I know he's number 11
I was
out with the
gonna say, it's
Bulls,
not
but
as
Comp 10 is
raw anymore.
I
I
like
ain't gonna
Brody.
lie.
Brody's a good nickname for Russ.
I like
that one.
I like Larry Markkanen's nickname. Well,
The finisher.
I don't like I like the Marksman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the marksman. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But both
Wait,
of
who
those
calls
are really
Who
hard.
calls
though.
him the finisher?
That is his nickname.
That is literally his
I've
nickname.
never
It
heard him
is.
call
I just don't like
Where
it as
have
much.
you been?
It is. I just don't like it as much.
He's a Finnish-born basketball player, and he be dunking on them.
Oh,
The,
okay.
The best
Okay, that's crazy
Is,
considering you're a Bulls fan. You watched it for 6 years.
Easy Money Sniper.
Oh,
It's not
Did he
current.
give himself that nickname?
He might have. But
he
it's
also
better
got Slim
than-
Reaper.
It's better than a Durantula.
Durantula's bad. Even he'll tell you Durantula's awful.
It's not current, but I always like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chef Curry is good too.
That's cool. I think Drake killed it. You know.
Drake killed it.
Chef Curry with the pop. Boy.
Yeah, I was like, that's fine, but like,
Go back to the babyface assassin.
Oh,
Does he still fit that though? He's
No, he
35.
doesn't. He gotta
Does he
shave
still
it
got
off.
the?
yeah.
The
He ain't got a
baby
baby
face?
face no more.
I mean, you could probably make the argument, low key, that he still does, because he does not look like he's mid-30s still.
Who does in current time? They don't make the nicknames.
They don't
like
make the
used to.
nicknames. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everybody nickname is just their name shortened. Demetrius goes to Ja. Jason Tatum goes to JT. Jaylen Brown goes to JB. That's so
Devin
that's
Booker
so
goes to
boring.
Book.
Yeah, that's so boring. let's get some the IT guy, the pizza man,
The pizza, bro. The delivery man.
Give me those.
Yeah.
The round mound of rebound. There's no nickname that can compare to the round mound of rebound in current basketball. They need to lock back in. Shaq Diesel, like
half man, half amazing.
Come on,
That's
man.
one of the rawest ones right there.
I was
It
reading
just fit
something
to a
that was
T.
saying, I didn't get the chance to see the clip, but it was saying that Gilbert Arenas was saying that Vince Carter should have been a much better basketball player. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I did see that clip out.
You saw the clip?
Yeah.
What was he saying?
He was pretty much saying that, like, he didn't really put his full effort in all the time. Like, he'd have a good game, but then he'll be like, bro, you could do more. And, like, he would just be okay with what he was doing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, I kind of.
He said, like, his bag, like, he had the mid-range
Yes.
game. He could dunk. He could
Athletic,
handle.
yeah.
It wasn't really many holes in his offensive game. So he said there was another level that he'd go to.
From that standpoint, I can see. I don't want to be the one that says Vince Carter wasn't putting his full effort in, but I can understand from the athletic profile and bag. Like when you think about the player that Vince Carter was, I could get what he was saying. I think that's the thing also with like dunkers. Dunkers just get classified. I think that's why I was good with Zach LaVine. Was like, yeah, I need the NBA to know I'm a hooper. Everybody looking at me just like this dunk guy. And I think Vince Carter kind of fell into that. When you think about Vince Carter, people just think about dunks. But Vince Carter was like a face of a franchise guy carrying teams in the early 2000s, going head-to-head with, everybody else. Allen Iverson and him had playoff battles. So, yeah. Gilbert Arenas has been throwing some interesting stuff out there. Him and JJ are my two favorite people to hear talk about basketball as far as former players.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson, I know we talked. Cam Johnson and JJ had a good conversation. Gilbert Arenas just,
I think Gilbert Arenas is so real and like unfiltered
Yes.
that he draws you in, like, because he's not gonna hold back on what he said, and he means what he said. So
I also respect his opinion a lot because he was a guy that he earned everything he had. And that's not to discredit anybody else, but what I mean by that is Gilbert Arenas was a second-round pick in a time where second-round picks weren't. Like now, we can name a bunch of second-round picks that are doing their thing, like Jokic, Draymond. It's kind of like
Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap. It's more guys. It's more common now that a second-round pick can pop versus in 2000, 2001 when Gilbert came in.
The thing that those dudes have in common is that they understand content. I feel like some people get into the podcast game. It's not a shot, obviously.
Right.
And just because they like having conversations, which is cool, but they don't really think about, like, Gil would have a normal conversation, but be like, this kind of dry. Let me add some more energy, because he understands that the camera's there and so on. So the best NBA podcasts are the ones that understand content, but also can talk their shit. And those two dudes definitely do that.
yeah.
But I think the overall arching NBA pod like landscape, as far as like current player, former players, it's so much better than it was like a year or so ago.
Way better.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a lot of good pods out there.
Jeff Teague is another guy that's a great storyteller.
You saw that they just signed to like Club Shay Shay in the volume over there.
Oh, for real?
So if you look at Club Shay Shay's feed, they have episodes of Teague's podcast on it. And I just thought that was interesting. They signed inked the deal there. So the industry is always changing and stuff, and it's cool to see some former players. But I want to talk about some preseason stuff. We're a couple days into it. I don't know how much y'all been really diving into, but last night we had Chet versus Wemby, which was it was better than I even expected it to, because
especially for a preseason game.
Exactly. For a preseason game, it was amazing. I think you might have made this point, and I just reiterated it on my YouTube channel about like the death of the unicorn, right? Because we're seeing players like this come to the league so often that if you look at these two dudes and what they're doing 5-10 years ago, these things weren't being done. And it seems like, it's two drafts back to back. You got a 7-foot player with handles that can shoot, that blocks shots and does crazy things. And I'm sure it's going to become somewhat, maybe not the norm, but obviously more normal than when Porzingis was drafted in 15.
Yeah, both these dudes brought the ball up. Like this is crazy. The one thing I'll say that I took away from this matchup last night is Chet. Everybody is so, the timeline was Vic. Chet held his own, man. Chet held his own. Chet is a rookie as well, as far as actual time on the floor. So I was very impressed with Chet because, Wemby has the hype. Wemby has kind of the attention, and we kind of are. I don't want to diminish Wemby, but I'm expecting that from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chet,
You don't really know what to expect right now.
you know what I'm saying? He was kind of. It's not that I don't know what to expect, but like what Wemby gave me, I that has to be it. Chet necessarily, I came into here like, man, he put Shea, Giddey. If he could just get him this and he can get him this, but if he's coming like, pause. But if he's entering the league on this type of time where he can do the same shit Wemby, if he can be as impressive as Wemby, I think the Thunder are a lot more. And I know this is just preseason, but it's just an example. I thought that this was something that Wemby would dominate and Chet would just show different flashes, but Chet kept up with the moments and everything. So I think that was a big statement. This is one of the most hyped up prospects ever entering the league, and Chet went toe to toe with him. And again, it's just a preseason game, but I walk away from this game impressed with both at the same level.
Yeah, I think both of them should. I think they both had great debuts. Makes you excited for regular season matchups when they playing 4 minutes and like you get to see them fully going at it. Because Chet, he came out and had 14, from the jump, and he was definitely holding his own. Vic was blocking. The length of Vic is crazy because like when you looking at him on the court, his ability to just cover up so much of the court is crazy. It's gonna be
annoying.
That man was guarding J-Dub on the perimeter, blocked his three. Then they got the offensive rebound, and then he dug in on a Cason Wallace drive, poked the ball loose, and then dunked on the other end. All that happened so fast just because he's so like long, and that shit was crazy, bro. Like, I know it sounds.
You ain't know he was that big.
No, I did, but like watching him on the court, it's like, damn, he is athletic.
He's about to say he's long.
I can't say he's long without it being a pause.
I mean, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
You've been on a roll.
I know you ain't never seen a man that long.
Y'all hit on a lot of good points. I like to at least. I kind of looked at like how their body was reacting and how they were moving, because with these unicorns, you see how kind of like sometimes fragile they can be too.
Yeah.
And this was just a dead ball play because Chad had got the rebound. He was bringing it up court, got fouled or whatever, but he tried to do like a little flip shot just playing around, and he ran into Wemby and fell right on his wallet. I was like, okay. I was like, Wemby could stand his ground a little bit.
Hey, bro, you are so old.
Why?
He fell on his wallet?
You know why I said that? Because I'm not trying to curse as much.
Oh, okay.
You know, just give a little substitute sometimes.
People, also, I did see in the comment section, people think us doing this swear jar thing is because like House of Highlights told us. No, this is us being our own critics, you know. This has nothing to do with the company at all.
Victor Wembanyama also had a play in that game where he
5 years in.
He had a nasty
I wish a
and one on
motherfucker
Chet.
would tell me.
Yeah, go ahead.
What did he say?
No, I was talking about that and one that Vic had on Chet. That was nasty when he drove by.
He was wasting his own time.
Where he headbutted?
Yeah.
That was funny that he tweeted it. Like,
I'm here for Wemby, Vic. I'm Wemby Vic. I'm Chet. Wemby versus
I did
Chet
that yesterday
rivalry.
in the party. I was like, I just
and I let it slide, but then I just did it.
What did he say?
I called it Wemby and Vic instead of Wemby and Chet.
Yeah, I was in the party. I was like, I just watched Wemby and Vic.
But if they have a little rivalry on court, we here for that.
Yeah,
they're gonna play each other 4 times a year. Every year, might get some playoff appearances against each other down the line. They both 7 foot and skinny and do this and that. So I'm here for it.
And apparently Vic done put on 20 pounds.
Yeah, which is funny because remember he was drafted or right before draft. He's like, we're not worried about putting on weight or anything. That's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to continue to be, what did he say, have my movements be free or whatever. And a couple months after being drafted, he's up 15 to 20 pounds, just like that. And you wouldn't be able to tell. I ain't look at him and be like, dang, he look strong. Nope.
But I think that'd be the underrated part that people be thinking they supposed to look at them different, bulkier. But a lot when you skinny and lift, they could just get that core strength. Because I think that's how KD is. Like KD don't look bulky, but when he came in skinny, he just got the core strength. Could do a lot for a thinner frame. Because it's gonna be hard for them. Only Giannis is doing that.
Giannis was 190 when he came into the league. Now he is 248.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's too much. That's too much
crazy
to ask of somebody.
Yeah. And it also
Especially
took him a
their
decade
play
to get here.
And their play styles are just so different.
Yeah.
I don't want Vic and Chet to put on Giannis type weight.
Yeah, then they're gonna be shooting like him.
They have. You said what?
They're gonna be shooting like him.
Oh,
The ball get lighter.
facts. Sometimes too much strength is a bad thing.
Bro, it's too much strength. Jalen Williams or J-Dub, bro. It was one. He went downhill. They just getting the ball. He went downhill like 5 possessions in a row, and I was just like, bro, that's a lot of man coming at you right there, bro.
Put back dunk.
Yeah,
Man, y'all are having some moments right now.
That's y'all create the moment. Y'all create the moment.
I only do it for the video.
Yeah, you get clips and content.
Yeah. Some other quick hitters. Your Lakers went against the Brooklyn Nets. Nobody really care about what the Lakers doing right now.
Nah.
It was about 10 points in the first half of Ben Simmons. And I went back to look at his last year. How many games did Ben Simmons put up 10 plus or double-digit points last year?
6.
6 is the guess?
7.
7 is the guess?
I knew he had a week where he had like 20, like 3
say
times.
8.
It was 13.
Okay.
Better than, but it's still not very good. Okay, of those 13 games, how many of them did he have double-digit points in one half?
None.
Okay,
2.
none is a guess. It was 1. All right, it was 1. He had one game last year where he had double-digit points in the first half, and he did that in his very first preseason game. I also like that he was aggressive and wasn't afraid to get fouled, and he also shirked that one little flare that you put in the group chat where he tried to throw behind the back pass. He wasn't doing it last year. He just didn't have the confidence for it.
He is moving so different.
Yeah.
He's moving like Philadelphia.
And I wanted him to attempt a 3, obviously.
He might as well. It's preseason.
It's preseason. He did it last year in preseason, or 2 years ago in preseason.
What I'm going to be, Darrick?
You about to be on their ass like a diaper?
I am. But I'm going to be very annoying. The last thing they want to see is Ben come back to form. I'm going to talk so much shit. You remember when y'all was saying Lonzo was supposed to be in the G League?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to be on that type of
These two, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
KB and Darrick. You don't got the energy no more, do you?
I'm not even entertaining that anymore.
You know what else you could have had?
Every piece of content we've ever put together is on the internet. So you can go see who was believing that about Lonzo. You ain't got to take his word for
You
it.
know what else you could have had?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what else you could
I
have
don't want DJ Moore. Even though I would like DJ Moore now because that, you know. Anyway, quick hitter. Ben Simmons looked good. Another quick hitter. The Suns had their very first game together.
Yes.
Versus the Pistons. Went to overtime and so on and so forth. Booker, Beal, Durant, efficient as ever. I'm not doing the math. They shot like 70% from the field in the minutes they played together. Looked pretty dominant. But on the other side of things, Asar Thompson.
I love me some Asar.
You know what
Stat
the craziest things about this stuff?
Marvin Bagley.
Definitely not. But we could talk Marvin Bagley, but that's not what I was thinking. The Suns obviously played this like a preseason game, meaning that nobody got 20 minutes per, especially not the starters. You know, I mean, well, Yuta Watanabe played 30 minutes, but that's okay. You know, none of the starters played heavy minutes. Asar Thompson played almost 40 minutes.
38?
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost 38 and 45 seconds. Almost 40 minutes.
He young.
I was about to say, you know what? I got excited I only watched the first half, but I got super excited when the game started. Devin Booker's bringing up the ball immediately. Asar Thompson is on him.
Yeah.
He gonna have
That's a lot of
have
minutes
him
for a
assignment.
preseason game.
And Monty Williams was asked about it after. He said, honestly, I didn't even recognize that he was playing so many minutes. And he had the big shot going into overtime and stuff. But now we could go to Bagley because he finished with 25 and 7 and
And
22
James Wiseman
minutes.
didn't even really play. Played 16 minutes.
16 minutes.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're battling right now for their backup position. And, again, based on one singular preseason game, I think you can make the argument that Marvin Bagley is better at the moment.
He's had
so
the better
we'll see what
career
that
so
look
far.
like. Yeah.
Marvin Bagley was a 17-point guy in this league, man. He just, unfortunately, was drafted above Luka, Trae Young, and Jaren Jackson.
Unfortunate that his front office laughed off the idea of drafting Luka Doncic because Marvin Bagley was better, according to them. So Marvin Bagley will always have that to his name because Luka's generational, and he is on his second team already. Next quick hitter, we did get to see Porzingis play his first game as a Celtic. Also, Drew Holiday played his first game as a Celtic against the 76ers, and they looked as clean as could be for one game together.
Porzingis looked nasty, man. Like he was just doing everything. He was dunking. He was shooting threes, blocking shots. He was looking very unicornish. Like that's what he was doing. So
Big Sacks Porzingis is back.
Yeah, he should give him another like dynamic to their offense. Like they could play the pick and roll a little bit more. I know the Celtics, they do a lot of like, I feel like they usually like create and let me pass out, let me drive and kick instead of pick and roll. But they didn't really have that, guy to take advantage of mismatches when they do want to switch all that stuff like that. And he did a really good job.
He's legit, man. He's legit.
One nice move
that
on
pick and roll and that pick and pop option. Like, you just have so much there. And then when you play him and Horford together defensively, that's just going to be so nasty because both of them are so good defensively.
And then he had a single shoot where he had like a really big block. Like I said, with these taller guys, you got to see how they're moving on the open court. He had one dunk from Darrick White that was like on 3-4 people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they need that.
Yeah.
Today's a big slate of preseason. Starting at 1:45 our time, Real Madrid is going against Luka. So that should be fun. He used to play for them.
Go crazy, yeah.
And the funny thing about this is this game was announced right after Noah Lau said like world champion versus whatever. And people were like, oh, the NBA said, okay, we'll send a regular NBA team to go against your best team and watch us bust your ass. so we'll see if Luka and Kyrie and them can do. I don't even know if they're both playing because it's preseason and stuff.
Yeah, the Knicks played the Celtics last night, and the Celtics didn't play.
Yeah. But Peyton Pritchard got his money in. Just been
he was hooping.
He wanted a bigger role.
Yep, he got
there
it.
You go.
Ban was hooping too, but yeah, you know the Knicks do. Fournier was playing. Fournier hit like 3 threes, I believe.
Yeah. See if he get in the regular season.
Shout out to Fournier.
Showcasing his value for Buddy Hield in the Pacers. Last thing for preseason.
Would Tom Thibodeau play Buddy Hield though?
I'm just talking.
What? Tom Thibodeau would get fired if he don't play Buddy Hield.
Last thing. Kobe White looked pretty good. That's all. That's all the preseason talk. You know, we on Kobe White Island, and he looked really good.
Are you excited for him to be the starting PG?
It's not official. It's just the first game, but he did showcase some playmaking chops. Hit some shots. Took some time, yeah. But a 19-year-old point guard coming to the league.
He only 50.
That's all in the preseason.
I feel like he's the best fitting one for the starting PG spot, unless you really just go with Caruso. Like fit wise,
I just hope if Kobe White start, they let him be Kobe White. Don't try to conform him into something he ain't, because he liked to score.
Yeah, let him just score.
I'm more concerned about Patrick Williams, but we'll get to the Bulls.
Don't be worried about him. He's fine. All right, so today's episode, we're going through the biggest question mark for every single team going into the 2023-2024 NBA season. I'm very curious to see how y'all feel about every team, and what do y'all think the question marks are? What order? Are we going in just chronological order?
Let's go conferences.
Okay. Start off in the Eastern Conference. I'm going to go alphabetical order by city. What is the question y'all have for the Atlanta Hawks?
Oh, Atlanta.
This is the toughest one for me. My question mark was the hidden gem. And what I mean by that is when I look around the NBA, they haven't found their hidden gem, in my opinion. So what I mean by that is, like, who were the examples I had thought of? I can't remember, but they need somebody to come out of nowhere and play a big part for them.
Mm-hmm.
I had some examples.
Like a Jalen Johnson or someone, like, just do more than expected.
Or like, we look at the Thunder way different because J-Dub was a hidden gem for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you already had Shea, you already had Giddey, then he just kind of propels into something. They need that, and it could be Griffin, it could be Jalen Johnson, but they need somebody to break through. And I put hidden gem / development. I don't know if it's the development thing, but I just feel like they need that out of their roster, because it's kind of like you look at their roster and it's like, what's their hole? They got Trae Young, got DeJounte, they got DeAndre. On paper, it's like cool, but this last year something wasn't there. You now got rid of John Collins. You do have Sadiq Bey.
I guess they're kind of hoping on a big jump from DeAndre Hunter. I mean, DeAndre Hunter has been solid, but he seems like he's been the same player a little bit. Like, he hasn't really taken a drastic jump from what he was.
Tweaking. That was my example. The Lakers have Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The Oklahoma City Thunder got a Jalen Williams. The Knicks have a Quentin Grimes. Like, these are guys that teams had to go find and develop. You're not always going to be able to go out there and make, 5 or 3 big splashes. Some teams can, but they're not in a position to do what the Celtics did. They go get Porzingis and then we add Drew Holiday, and they can't do that. So they have to find within themselves somebody who can give them, some strong impact. And I look around the league, Desmond Bane with the Grizzlies. Like, you got to go find it if you can't really acquire it. And I just feel like the Hawks, they've been trying. They missed out on the Cam Reddish shit. John Collins obviously ain't panning out how they wanted that to be. Onyeka Okongwu was a lottery pick that we still haven't really seen play basketball. KB said the last episode that's something he said. He just want to play.
He's want to hoop.
So they have to find that guy within them. Hopefully it's Griffin.
Yeah.
Or Jalen Johnson. Hopefully it's one of them. Maybe Kobe Buffkin. I don't know, but they're going to need that to be the team that I think that they want to be.
I feel like as a guard though, as with Kobe Buffkin, it might be hard for him to really break through with the Hawks because like you're playing with DeJounte and Trae Young, so you're immediately handicapped. You won't be getting that many minutes. Those two are going to demand 30+ minutes a night, so it's going to be a little tough.
If he could turn into a good bench piece, I don't think they'd be mad at that at all.
Yeah. But I think if it was anyone, it would be AJ Griffin or Jalen Johnson or either like DeAndre Hunter, some crazy city.
I would agree.
Like it would be one of the wings for sure. My biggest question was when would they let Double O get the starting center keys to the team? Because like he has the versatility defensively to guard a lot of different positions. He has quick feet. He may be a little undersized, but I think at some point you got to try to move on from Clint Capella.
The idea of him is better than the actual thing long term. And Clint Capella just objectively has been better.
Yeah.
And for a team that traded 3 first-round picks, it's,
having him come off the bench is still not bad either. Even with Clint Capella, like you said, Clint Capella's been really serviceable.
I think that they're probably looking at themselves like, we want Onyeka Okongwu to take the spot, but we just not going to give it away if he's not the better option for what we do.
What pick was Jaden McDaniels? Another example of just like, he was in the 20s, right?
Yeah.
19 or 20 something?
Like 20, I thought he was a little bit later than that, but in the 20s. My question for them is Quinn Snyder the guy? You know, we've gone through Lloyd Pierce, Nate McMillan, and now Quinn Snyder as the head coach throughout the Trae Young era. And it feels like the way it's gone is this coach will give us one really good year, then a bad year. We're like, oh, yeah, we don't really rock with the man as much as we thought we would. And, of course, Quinn Snyder came in late last season, and they were 10-11 in the regular season with him there. And it's like, okay, we know Quinn Snyder can be a really good coach. We've seen it for a decade in Utah, but is he the fit alongside Trae Young? Because you could have made the argument after Nate McMillan became the coach that he was the guy, especially when they went all the way to the conference finals. And they need some type of stability right there. You know, Trae Young is their centerpiece. But what's a centerpiece without a coach that you trust and you believe in full term? They paid him a lot of money to be the guy, but does he actually fit? Is my question.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you ask that question before you start to say, is this team it?
I think
this is the last one.
Season, yeah.
Yep.
Because I think they didn't pay Quinn Snyder to fire him next year or in 2 years. Because with coaches, you still got to pay them that money when they get fired.
It's only so many times I can look at the coach and say, is this the guy, before I start saying, hey.
Yeah, and on top of that, I look back at the last couple of coaches they had. The Hawks always played the same. The defense might fluctuate depending on who they got, but it's like the offense has just kind of been like, usually it's just heavy pick and roll with Trae Young, which is a good option, but it hasn't been as successful as you probably want it to be.
So this is, the first offseason with Quinn. I would assume it's hard to come into a locker room and say, okay, we changing up everything, like in the middle of the season. So he had a full offseason with the team, a training camp and stuff, and maybe we see them play a little bit differently. Maybe we see Trae Young do a little bit more off the ball is what people have been asking for his entire career because Quinn Snyder, never mind.
I don't know. We
because
said
the
with
Utah
McMillan,
Jazz was just kind of standing.
With Nate McMillan, we said the same thing because like it was at the beginning of the season, Trae Young was moving a little bit, and as the season go on, eventually he goes back to his old ways. So it's like, I don't know. Is that really the coach, or is that just Trae Young?
Maybe a combination of both. Because when you're trying to implement some shit new and it ain't hitting how you want it to as fast, you also can't get too far down in them standings. So then it might just be like, hey, do that shit y'all like to do so we can win some games. Because we don't want to be 7 games back, and now you're playing with your back against the wall the whole rest of the season. So maybe it could be both. I mean, I'm not saying that's what it is, but, that's possible reality maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question was, can Trae Young get his 3-ball back? How he used to be? Because last year, I forget what injury he was dealing with, whether it was a shoulder or wrist. I know it was something in his arm. But we all were talking about how from, just looking at him from a watch point, he just didn't look the same. And maybe that injury was kind of dealing with him, but he's had an offseason to kind of recoup. So maybe he gets that 3-ball back, and he's a little bit more effective. I also had another question with it too, but after John Collins is gone, can we see, will there be any significant difference? Because I feel like they weren't using him as a scapegoat, but he was an excuse for a long time.
We should see something different. I think you have you have a couple options.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just go commit to being small.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hunter is the 4. And then you got Sadiq Bey, maybe, or Sadiq Bey is the 4 or whatever. Because I don't know if Jalen Johnson is ready yet to be the starting power forward. So I think you can see that. Or they just try to, because I think if you do start Jalen Johnson, he reminds me of like a younger right now John Collins. Except he's not going to shoot the ball nowhere near as good, but athletic 4, who could he'll probably hang his hat on the defensive end a little bit better earlier in his career than John Collins. But hopefully they just go small and play with a lot more pace. Because I think Sadiq, Hunter, or Griffin, they should all shoot the ball better this year than John Collins was shooting last year.
And I'm not going to put it all on Trae Young because, a lot of them didn't shoot the ball well. That's why they ended up trying to get like Sadiq Bey. So.
Yeah, I would love them to be one of the fastest team in the league. I think they should be like at the top of the league when it comes to pace.
They have the personnel for sure.
Yeah, facts.
I had them in our last thing, the superlatives, to potentially be the best offense in the league.
Yeah,
and that would be because they're playing
at a very fast pace.
Yep.
Yeah,
they just missing that. Mm-hmm. They could be like the Suns. Remember the old Suns where he's kind of like the Steve Nash. They just don't have like a Sean Marion. They don't have a matrix. They don't have a do-it-all
connector,
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, that connector.
They need maybe Jalen Johnson could morph into that, but I don't see that being Sadiq Bey. I don't see that being Hunter, and I don't see that being Griffin.
I want to do one East, one West, and alternate between.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Dallas Mavericks.
I just got to keep turning my page now.
For me, Dallas Mavericks was, can Luka and Kyrie, like defensively, can that work as a backcourt? Because the Dallas Mavericks over time has been a very good defense, but they've also had Luka surrounded with like very good defenders, and Kyrie, we all know, isn't a very good plus defender. So both of them in the backcourt together, so defensively, it hinders you. Offensively, you're crazy. You're going to be great. But on the defensive side of the ball, it's not quite what Jason Kidd probably would want.
Right. Jason Kidd's a defensive-minded coach.
Kyrie will lock in for you.
Especially if it's James Harden. He's going to lock in.
Like James.
But that's another thing because Grant Williams is pretty good defensively too, but he's not very quick-footed too. So you know.
He's more of a
power forward.
He plays 4 or 5. He's guarding 4 5s versus 3 4s.
Stocky ass guy.
Yeah. You put him on KD. KD's about to feast more likely than not. But yeah, it is a little bit different. It feels like sometimes the front office and the coaching staff have this like they're going in different directions.
Disconnect.
Yeah, there's a disconnect there. But I understand it, right? We just want to put talent around Luka, and Kyrie is talented, but it doesn't fit exactly what Jason Kidd had built the identity of that first year where they did go to the conference finals. That team was a solid offensive team behind Luka, but they were a really good defensive team. Yeah. And now they don't have the personnel to replicate that. So it's either can the personnel change a little bit, or can we see Jason Kidd change his philosophies, which is not relatively normal for a coach to change his philosophy. So that is a really good question.
Side of the ball. Offensively, I think there's a little bit more wiggle room, but defensively, I be feeling like coaches be having their ways of how they want shit done.
Right.
My question mark is I literally have everybody outside of Luka and Kyrie. Who can I depend on? Who is somebody that's going to be reliable night in and night out outside of Luka and Kyrie? I don't know. On either side of the floor. I mean, Seth Curry will probably be a consistent shooting option.
Yeah.
But how much can he play?
Because of the
defense.
Darrick Lively, I like what he projects to be, but is he going to be able to be what I need this year?
His first game stop, he did not look very
Max
good.
He's also a rookie.
Yeah.
But like when you talking to me about Tim Hardaway Jr., you're talking to me about Dwight Powell. My most trustworthy guy is Maxi Kleber. Because I know he's going to defend a few positions and he can knock down an occasional 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like Josh Green is still like out.
Yeah, we want to see it, but can we see it full time?
My question kind of revolves on what everybody said about just the defense. How good can they be? Because the offense, I didn't even really think about it as much as like the offense kind of being still a little iffy, even with Kyrie and Luka. Because in my mind, I'm still thinking like at the end of the day, they going to do something. They going to carry you for the most part. But defensively, you can't give up 120 plus points a night. You just can't, because that offense, you're gonna have off nights.
But yeah, my question is very similar to what P said. Mine was who's the third guy? Who's the third guy that we can trust? And I'm just curious about the way this team looks like 2 years down the line. Because it's not a team that is very projectable, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I just worry about what Luka's feeling and the construction of the team. Because even in just preseason, in the 2 preseason games, it's like, damn, who here is helping?
Yeah.
I know Kyrie didn't play in the second one, but like it was Luka at 25 and the next person had 12. We're like, that's not sustainable. He can't drop 35 a night to win.
Yeah. I don't want to see Luka looking like he's backpacking in preseason.
Yeah, exactly. It's a long season ahead, and they want to be a playoff team. And we've seen horror stories of a guy backpacking through the regular season and then breaking down at the end of it, and then in the postseason he can't perform to his capabilities. And Luka's one of the best playoff performers we have in the league right now. So it's a lot of questions with this team.
Yeah,
gonna be a fun ass team to watch because of the top 2 dudes. But man, our next team is gonna be the Boston Celtics.
I had are the Jays ready for the big moments? Because it seems like when the big moments do come, they're not the players that you're accustomed to seeing. I think they went down 3-0 to the Heat. That's not something you would expect them to do. They didn't look like their full selves. So it's pretty much just them being ready for those big moments in the playoffs. I know regular season, they're both going to average 25 plus. They're going to give us good level defense. So it's just like when it comes to those playoff moments, are they willing to live up to it?
I want to play devil's advocate here, but I'm trying to figure out how. Because I would agree with you. Going down 3-0 to an 8C, even though, again, the 8C was really good, it's like, come on, bro. They were the super heavy favorite to win the series, and to go down that much, the series is over. Even though they ended up taking it a couple more games, it was so.
But they did fight back 3 games to take it all the way to 7 after going to the NBA Finals the year before.
I just look at the success level, and I just can't say that they haven't performed the big moments because you don't get to the conference finals or the NBA Finals without doing it. But again, I know, right? Like in the finals, Jason Tatum wasn't Jason Tatum that we know and love, or even in the conference finals last year, didn't he go a stretch where he couldn't score in the first quarter or first half? So I know what you're saying.
There's been a few moments where it's like there's another level that they could play at, and they just don't perform at it in the big moments. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe having Porzingis there takes that pressure off of them.
Andrew
Holiday.
Yeah. Maybe having them 2 there in the locker room, it alleviates some of that pressure because it is hard to do it as 2 guys. Now you got a big 4 essentially with Drew and Porzingis there, so now it's maybe a little easier.
There's big 3s and there's fantastic 4s.
Oh, yep, fantastic 4s.
Yep.
Are they the only fantastic 4?
They might have a Fab 5.
There's another fantastic 4 out
Might
east.
have a Fab 5.
I agree with Mike, depending on how you view
Derrick White.
Derrick White is a
Derrick White is up there.
Yeah, he started that game over Drew, and I don't know if that was just because we feel more comfortable with him right now, or
You said there's another fantastic 4 in the East?
yeah.
Oh, the Bucks. Yes, my bad. Yeah.
I was not thinking about them, but we can go with that. Definitely was not thinking about that. I was trolling. Did you say your question?
My question was, I had actually 2. First one is just kind
Why
of
are you doing so much work?
just because these
I'm
are just questions
joking.
that come to mind. But it's like I felt like everybody was kind of critical about Joe Mazzulla last year and the timeouts. Does he learn his lesson this year?
When he was on JJ's, he was talking very candidly about like his struggles as a head coach.
Yeah.
Obviously going from a guy that was not expected to be a head coach, and then the day before training camp got the job, you know. So yeah, another year under his belt. He should be better.
Mm-hmm.
No, he funny for saying, imagine if I was the number 1 seed that lost to the 8th seed.
Yeah.
He was
And the other one is just, and this just came after like not seeing Drew Holiday start, but it's just like how are they supposed to stagger these minutes? Because 5 people, you can probably always have at least 2 of them out there, at least once.
It goes hand in my question, the depth.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the bench, it's kind of just like names.
You not see Luke Cornett catch a lob yesterday?
I guess now.
Y'all could have had that with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Peyton Pritchard get his bigger role now.
Yeah, he can.
What if Peyton Pritchard is actually
And they just gave him an extension.
he looks good as a third string point guard.
Eric, where you be at?
What?
KB said that 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, shit.
And he pulled the D Mills.
Sorry.
There's a couple different things when I say pulling the D Mills that it means. And I think we all know them. If I say you just pulled the D Mills, you probably like, yeah, you're right. When I ain't even questioning.
Mm-hmm.
Like yesterday, I think that Pierre pulled the D Mills with our trades. He offered me a trade 10 minutes later. I said, accept it. And he was like, actually, I rethought it and I don't want to do it anymore.
You made the biggest mistake you should never make as GM.
What's that?
Letting me know my competition.
No, I had accepted a trade well before that. That was 2 hours later.
What you mean?
You sent me that
Fantasy
trade.
football drama.
You sent me that trade at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
By 10:10, I responded and said I'm down. And y'all could go look at the text.
I seen him.
I responded
I woke
5
up and
times.
I seen the message. I seen the message.
Yeah. When you started texting me, I was in the car,
Mm-hmm.
but at some point, I had saw.
But that was already after you took your trade off the table.
Yeah, but then I didn't realize that you and Terrence was. I didn't know what was really. I think I was looking at it as Terrence text, and then that was what you was asking for. So I'm like, oh shit, hold up. That's what he asked
I'm
him for.
gonna look back, bro.
And then
I was waking up to the messages, and I thought it was like an hour in between where he was
I
like,
sure
I was in the car or something. Like, I didn't see these.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he started
For the
resending
people
on
at home,
his
me and
deal.
Pierre were trying to formulate it. I had Josh Allen.
Uh-huh.
He wanted Josh Allen. We were trying to put together a trade where he got Josh Allen, and I got the depth at the running back position because that's
Yes.
the one that I needed. And we had formulated some stuff. I said I wanted these people. He's like, no, I'm not giving you this, but here's my counter. And I thought about it for 10 minutes. I said, your counter is great. Let me accept. And then he didn't see the messages for like an hour. And then by the time he did see it, he had rethought it and said, nah, that's not a deal I want to do. And then I went to the competition and said, okay, Josh Allen's still available, boys. And Terrence sent me maybe the worst trade.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not responding to that part.
Okay.
There's a part where I thought that was early in the morning. I think I woke up to it, where I saw the names Montgomery, Fields, and something.
Yeah, and it was the guy for the Commanders, the wide receiver for the Commanders. Terry, yeah.
You put that text in there?
Yeah.
I was under the impression that Terrence put that text in there, so I just ignored it. But at some point, I went back and saw you was telling him you wanted that. So
Yeah.
when I saw that, I said, why the fuck I got to give him this?
Well,
Because that trade weak as fuck to me.
No, it's not. Well, Justin Fields was in it. That was the replacement. Justin Fields is quarterback 5 right now, and Josh Allen's quarterback 2. So I'm picking up David Montgomery as a steady running back, a solid receiver, and then quarterback 5, and just giving up quarterback 2. That felt like cool. But he countered and asked for 2 of my weapons, and I was trading for a weapon. I need weapons.
No,
So it's
yeah.
like, yeah, I can't do
And
it.
then I also saw, which made me kind of like, oh yeah, you can see other trades when you're proposing trades.
Yeah.
I saw that you and Mike had the Brock Purdy deal.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Thank you for that, by the way.
he already got. Hell no, I don't have to give him 4 for 1. He got a quarterback already coming. Oh no.
Hey, if I would have been able to pull off both of those trades,
You'd be
You
I
should
would've
have waited
felt- I
on
would've
my
felt
deal.
amazing. Huh?
You should have waited on my deal.
What's your deal?
Because he wouldn't have seen you getting Brock
Oh,
Purdy.
with that, we can't control that really. But yeah,
I mean,
feel
that
you.
ain't really the end all be all. The main
Right.
thing was the package from Terrence.
Forget all of that.
No,
Darrick over there like trying to ignore the conversations.
we about to get to him.
Okay.
So because I didn't
Fantasy football corner in the middle of nothing. I don't even know what you're talking
I
about.
also didn't necessarily hold off on your deal. We was going back into the conversation.
We were. But I was driving, going to get my hair
Yes.
retwisted, and I said, hold on. And then Darrick snaked me.
He said, "You said Brees Hall."
Darrick snaked me and stole my trade.
And the thing I would say about Darrick is since the day we was in here drafting, he's been on me about Brees Hall. He said something about Brees Hall. I love Mike Evans. That's my favorite wide receiver. So I was like, man, Brees Hall, Mike Evans. Mike Evans started killing. Brees Hall was slowly getting back into the program for the Jets. So obviously Darrick ain't want to do that deal. So then yesterday he saw KB saying Brees Hall has to be in the deal. I said, ain't no problem. Darrick says, I like Brees Hall. I say, yeah, but KB has Josh Allen. He says, I got Lamar Jackson. I say, well, KB is trying to trade Josh Allen. Let me rephrase it. He's trying to trade Josh Allen. I know you have Lamar, but he's trying to trade him. It's a big difference. Darrick said, I know. I said, oh, so what's going on? I said, you know what? Because I know Darrick likes to play. I'm going to send you a trade. Your reaction is going to tell me everything I need to know. He responds, Anthony Richardson hurt. I say, yeah, he don't have to be in a deal though. I just thought you would want him back if you're giving me Lamar. He's gonna be hurt, but he ain't out for the year. You know what I'm saying? He's top 6
What is
quarterback.
it, questionable? Or is
No,
it
he-
out?
He's out for a few weeks probably.
Yeah, but he was getting his shoulder evaluated. Second opinion. Darrick was under the impression that meant he might play. I called Darrick and let him know straight up. Listen, I don't want you to think I'm finesse. You get no. Listen, Anthony Richardson is going to be out. I would oppose for 3 weeks. If just using my brain, I don't expect for him to come back for 8 weeks. To week 8. He don't have to be in the deal. I just assumed that you would want him because when he do return, he is a guy that can put up some numbers because of his legs. But I have no problem keeping Anthony Richardson. I have been asked about him all year, so I would just move on from him. I completely told Darrick that. Darrick said, no. I'm just saying. I'm like, okay. We going back and forth. We was on the phone for how long you think we was on the phone?
We can look.
No, you can't look that up.
Let's see.
They was caking on the phone.
They was caking.
15 minutes.
Darrick feet was kicked up.
Every time, bro, I called Darrick. This man has a do-rag on.
The green one?
Yes.
27. We was on the phone for 27 minutes.
Damn.
Do-rag.
That's like
on.
real GM stuff.
Yeah, we was going back because we'd have a deal, and then Darrick would say something, and I'd be like, brother, relax.
Can we tell the people at home what the deal is? And I can read it. I have it in front of me.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Pierre received Lamar Jackson, Mike Evans, Derrick Henry, and Travis Kelce. And Darrick received Anthony Richardson, Christian Kirk, that's his name, right?
Yes.
Debo Samuels, TJ Hawkinson, and Breece Hall. We'll leave it there and get back to basketball. You let us know in the comment section who won that trade.
Well, I mean, I definitely won the trade.
Pierre won the trade.
Okay, how much did Pierre win the trade by?
You have to put the other context in there too.
No, I understand. I want the people at home.
I just want the people to know because the league, KB and a lot of the league, I don't know where Mike was. Mike ain't say a word.
Yeah,
but
Mike was asleep still.
KB,
probably.
Terrence, and Mason had a lot to say. The only points I want to be known.
I was I was getting my hair twisted and I ain't had shit to do. So
No,
I was just talking
I probably would have reacted the same way if it wasn't me. That was my main point. Everybody who it ain't going to react away.
But if you put it into the trade value, it's not bad.
Yeah, I did it too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It said it was a fair trade.
That's
Yeah.
because
You lost the trade technically, but it's by 6 points. So it's like you take a chance here, he take a chance there.
the other content I want people to know because apparently you said something on Twitter because people started tweeting me.
The upside in P's deal is better. He has Travis Kelce now.
Yeah.
Number one thing, the main thing, because Mason called me a master manipulator. Darrick reached out to me. I was talking to this guy. He hit me up. I didn't go to him and fish for nothing. He literally hit me up. That's number one. Second, he's 0-5. He has to do something. He had to take some type of shot.
16 by the end of
Some type of
I think
chance.
he's gonna be over 16.
So yeah,
Who you got this week? The Killers.
I genuinely think he's gonna be a little bit better because I think Breece Hall is not running back 81. Breece Hall unleashed is quarterback. He's running back fucking 10-5 unleashed.
They have like projections in this app that I use.
You are projected to lose to John this week.
That's because I don't have a quarterback in the lineup right now.
Oh,
I'm still
it's
waiting.
still gonna be close even with that quarterback.
He need to be. Do you play Kyron, or have you played him already?
Have I played Kyron?
Kyron has a win. He might have just beat
He
you.
need to be trying to
He
be
getting hot.
He need to be trying to beat team. Like John is tough because he has two. So I lost to John.
He
'cause
also
put
has
up 7.
Travis Etienne, who's been really, really
Yeah,
good.
especially last week against the Bills. Man. But yeah, we was on the phone.
And
Cooking
he's
up.
got Achan. John's team's not bad.
He picked that up because of the waiver wire.
Yeah. Got lucky because I
You said
definitely
who did he
put
pick
mine.
up?
Achan.
That's why. To be honest with you, that's why Darrick, Kyron, and Smalls aren't on shit. They don't.
It's
they
a
don't,
chain, by the way.
They don't have a waiver wire.
I don't know how true that is. I would just watch them play and they were pronouncing it that way.
I got
like,
DeAndre Swift.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one. But your wide receiver game should have been a lot better. But you held on to Juju and Odell for weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
No reason you ain't have fucking Michael Wilson or Williams from the Lions who came back from suspension. Like you had a lot of people you could just take some chances on. But anyway, we was talking about
Boston Celtics. My
Boston
question for
Celtics.
them was can the center core keep up? Whether it be through the injury or OH, they're pretty thin there if one of them misses time.
Reasonable.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think we have to not start flying through these, but just going a little bit faster.
But that's why I was kind of like surprised they started Al Horford because just like I thought that was the backup. You know, now you have Luke Cornett back playing minutes.
Yeah.
But it is preseason, so
But he did catch a lob though.
nice.
The Denver Nuggets is our second Western Conference team. What are the questions?
who is
we
Bruce
have?
Brown replacement?
That was literally
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, okay. We are pretty much on the same page on that one. Because my question was, who on the bench will take the step? You know?
Actually, I had just found it. Can they handle having a target on their backs? Just like I feel like throughout the regular seasons, usually the Nuggets are like this under the radar team that's good. But like once you win a championship, now you're finna get everybody's best effort on a night to night basis, on a consistent basis. I'm laughing.
I'm laughing.
The dude at the end was.
Oh, I don't know.
I was laughing because we was like, yeah, like we all agreed, and he said, "Oh, I just found it."
I don't want to just leave it at that, but this is one of the teams that doesn't have many question marks because
They're
they're
the
coming off the
championship team.
championship. So we can't leave it. Yeah, because you won. You know what I'm saying? You won. Next, the Brooklyn Nets.
What version of Ben Simmons are we getting? And can Claxton continue to improve? I think those are the two big questions.
You know my question is Ben Simmons.
I feel like everybody had Ben Simmons.
Nope. Because I knew y'all were going to
Who
have
you
this.
gonna, yeah, I put Mikal.
That's why I put Claxton in there.
I was going to say the consistency from Mikal and what he was doing last year, but just seeing how he be taking shots and how he can make some, he got it.
The Claxton one is interesting, Darrick, because as weird as it is, his offensive game getting better would improve his defensive statue.
Oh, like it would put more eyes on him for like the defensive.
Because he deserves to be an all-defensive player.
Yeah, facts.
And he just wasn't. And that's partially because of the trade and then falling off a little bit. But if he can average 10 points per game, it'll open the eyes a little bit more.
Goes back to my point with the Hawks. This is another guy who was a gem for them.
Yeah.
When was he drafted? 29?
Ask Darrick.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember where he was.
I thought you
like
had
this
your Nicholas Claxton jersey on.
I feel like
when he
this
got
was
drafted.
before COVID.
It was because we went to
with
see him play.
Yeah.
Yeah. My question is, okay, where do they sit amongst the teams in each
Second round
conference?
pick. First pick of the second round.
First pick, second round?
First pick.
Wow.
A gem.
Just because last year, after the trade, they weren't great, but because they had built up so many wins beforehand that they stayed outside of the play-in, and then they got to the playoffs and got swept by the 76ers.
Shout out to Katie and Kyrie.
Yeah. So my question is, okay, we see this team. You paid Cam Johnson and so on and so forth. Where do they kind of fall amongst the hierarchy of the NBA? Are they a 500 team? Are they above 500 team? Because if you convince me that they're above 500 team, I think that's possible.
Yeah.
If you tell me that they are a 500 team, I think that's cool. If you tell me they're below 500, I'd be like, that makes sense as well. I don't know where they sit.
I think it all depends on what version of Ben Simmons you're getting. If Ben Simmons is playing at an all NBA, all defensive type of level, or even just at an all-star level, I think you're getting a team that's above 500. If he's playing like the Ben Simmons we saw have an injured back, he's not really being aggressive, now you're looking at a team that's probably below 500. So that's probably where I gauge it.
I agree with D.
I think you fall in the standings kind of like how you did last year, where you're kind of like around the Knicks and around the Hawks and like Toronto. You're not in that upper echelon.
Oh, like in the Bulls.
Yeah, like that.
I don't know why
you're not in the upper echelon,
they were 2 games
but
above the Bulls last year.
It's
they're not going to be there this year.
It's like the
okay.
7 to 10 seed area where you can see them be.
Playing range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they could definitely give a team trouble in the playoffs if the matchups are right.
Warriors. I'm very intrigued and interested
I
in what's
said,
out
can
there.
Moses Moody and Kuminga give them something off of the bench?
I said who sits? CP3 fit and who sits? Because Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney. Somebody got to take a seat.
For me, it would be Chris Paul, but that's just me.
Did you watch that first preseason game?
Yeah,
Be
he
honest
was
with me.
good.
Oh, okay.
But I would still love him to come in with the second unit and do the similar shit.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do the similar stuff. He ain't got no Steph Curry on the second unit.
Make Kuminga better since you make everybody better everywhere you go.
Kuminga has been pretty good though.
Yeah.
Did you say yours?
Mine was is Father Time going to catch up to the big three this season? Because we mentioned earlier, Steph don't look like he's 35. At least he definitely don't play like it. Klay Thompson, you can see is kind of getting up there. Draymond, you still got to wonder about him. And, I mean, that's their big guys. So you got to need them at full effort if they want to have their, like, championship aspirations still.
Yeah, Bob Myers is gone, and now Mike Dunleavy Sr.'s in. And he made a good amount of changes this first year where when they won the championship and post that, they were trying to straddle the Steph Curry timeline and this young timeline and let them mesh together. So when Steph Curry and them are done, we got Kuminga, Wiseman, Moody stepping into it. Poole. And now they've kind of abandoned both timeline things. Like they still do have Jonathan Kuminga, who I'm assuming is going to play a big part. But for the most part, the guys that they invested in, the number 2 overall pick in James Wiseman and the 29th, I don't remember what Jordan Poole was, but someone along the lines, he's gone. And they replaced him with a 37-year-old point guard. They replaced him with another 35-year-old dude and Rudy Gay and Dario Saric, who's like they changed up their entire team in the sense that they are really, really on the Steph Curry timeline, which could be really good because the Steph Curry timeline is the one you should focus on because he's still that damn good. So the question is, was it worth it? Will it be worth it?
We shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. The next team is going to be your Charlotte Hornets.
Can they just have a normal season? That was my thing.
No headlines, just ball player.
Just play basketball. Just a normal season.
They already didn't do that.
Yeah, it's already over with, man. It's already over.
They got a player requesting a trade via tweet.
Did the worst part about all of this, whether it be Miles Bridges, James Bouknight, Kai Jones, is it takes away from how good LaMelo is.
It does.
Like, I don't think people realize. I mean, I'm sure we up here do, but people at home might not realize how crazy good LaMelo has been in his young NBA career because the Hornets haven't been able to achieve anything. He came into that team and turned them from a team that was outside of everything to a play-in team 2 years in a row, and they got their asses beat every single year. But then we see when LaMelo's not there, like, damn, is this team good enough to win 20? That's the impact that LaMelo has, and because the people that they've invested in and have their own off-court stuff, it's like, man, will we ever see a team where LaMelo has some help, really?
Yeah.
And I thought they was going down the right path because Terry Rozier's a good NBA player. Gordon Hayward was a good NBA player. But Mason Plumlee was good, but it's like good enough to be maybe 500. But Brandon Miller has not a lot of pressure this year, but a lot of pressure in general as a top 3 pick to be a guy that fits alongside LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah.
The youth performing, because they need, like, him and Mark Williams have to give them something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I feel like with this youthful team, you don't want all these distractions because I just feel like with a youthful team, it could become like cancerous. It could just like spread real easily. So like, just everybody got to be locked in and focused.
Yeah, my question was, what is the goal? And y'all basically was hitting on it. It's just like, are y'all gonna try to be like at least decent, like for y'all standards, or is y'all gonna develop more so on the youth? Because Brandon, like, they don't have really many tools. Like, I can't imagine them being higher than like maybe 11.
Yeah,
you know. So it's just like, would you want to take some of this time to develop and get, you know, the chemistry with LaMelo and Brandon Miller? Like, you prioritize that instead of let's play these guys like these older guys 30+ minutes.
Right. Next team, Houston Rockets.
I was more so curious on like Ime wants to come in and compete, and I was more so like, do they really even have the pieces to compete at a high level? Because I know Ime is a team that, a coach who's emphasized competing and that he didn't come here to rebuild. But also, you look at that team; they're also very young. They have a lot to learn. They haven't even had a taste of success. So like, I don't even think that team is ready to compete even for like a play-in spot.
Yeah, I was asking like, how quickly can they put it together? Because I think with all these moves that they kind of made, obviously their goal is they want to be better. They're tired of being at the bottom of the standings. So it's just like, how quickly can you put that to fruition?
Yeah, but I think it's baby steps. You just can't go from a team that was always getting a top 3 pick to now just in a play-in.
I think that their goal with competing, it doesn't necessarily mean jump to 40 wins. Because a lot of games last year, they had one of the worst point differentials in basketball, meaning that
they were just blown out.
They were getting to the game and getting smoked.
Yeah.
And I think we're adding Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, even Jeff Green, who might not play a ton but is there to help the culture.
Absolutely.
That's competing to them. If they can go from what did he win last year?
22.
If they could go from 22 to 30,
32?
even just 30.
I'm looking at
that's a successful season for them, even though they don't own their own first round pick, which sucks.
32 wins would have them back still at the 14th seed.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a lot of progression, though.
Yeah.
Who has their pick? OKC?
What'd you say?
I think OKC has their pick. Yeah.
But just
it might be protected slightly. I don't remember exactly, but
looking at the bottom feeder teams, like, they can be be better than the Spurs.
They can.
Blazers.
Did you see Wemby?
I don't know.
No, they can't be. I'm joking.
Yeah, they can be, but
for
they
sure.
can still be.
Well, the top teams, then it's a for sure no. So I'm trying to give them.
They definitely can be better than the Spurs for sure.
The Blazers.
They can be better than the Blazers.
Jazz. It's gonna be tough.
That would be harder.
Yeah.
And then it goes to like OKC, the Pelicans, and all these types of teams.
Yeah,
so it's like
they would have to get some really good.
You have to be
better.
Yeah, you have to have an amazing year to not be the 13th seed.
Yeah,
honestly.
But I think we can all agree that they have some really fun players that we
do.
anticipate.
I really can't wait to watch. Amen.
Yeah.
And Jalen Green.
Jalen Green had some big quotes come out the other day about the pressure on winning being on his shoulders as the guy that was drafted the highest of the bunch, and he's ready to take the role as a leader and stuff. And I think those are, I don't know how real those words are.
Yeah.
But if that's what he truly believes on the inside, I think this team should be significantly better last year.
Luckily, the leadership thing, I think Fred VanVleet has shown that he's, at least from the clips I've seen, it seems like Fred's being very vocal. he went out there and got
Was
them
in your pocket, huh?
he got them like care packages and everything. So it seems like Fred is really taking on like a big leadership.
He better get us care packages, motherfucker. You make $40 million.
That was
year.
my question. Just how much can the veteran presence stick? But yeah, he better.
Yeah, some.
I'd have been like, this it?
Right, just some. What was it? Some headphones.
Chop wood, carry water book, headphones. I think
They weren't even a hardcover.
it was soft.
Yeah, it wasn't on. Next is the Chicago Bulls.
Can we get some Amiris?
This one, hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Imagine.
When the Bulls came up, I was low key mad because we already know the number one question is when they gonna move on from what they got.
Yeah.
But I had put down, can either Kobe White or Patrick Williams give us, not us, but give the Bulls some hope.
You can say us. We accept you as a secondary fan.
And give us some hope.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was more so like, what do we expect from the young guys? Like, what's the next step for the young guys? Because I feel like it is hard to develop as a young guy with Zach Vooch and Zach LaVine, so it's kind of hard to really get in. But you gotta.
Did you say
you gotta
Zach
find a way.
Vooch and Zach LaVine?
Vooch, Zach LaVine, and did I not say?
You said Zach Vooch and Zach LaVine.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can tell you one of the young guys that's not giving us nothing.
Who?
Dalen Terry.
Oh,
Holy fuck, did he look really bad in that preseason game?
I ain't watch it, but you just hurt my heart.
Yeah, he didn't. You know how we don't expect him to be Scottie Pippen, but look somewhat better.
Yeah.
I hope that was just the first game, because damn.
I just got figuring out the PG and Patrick Williams.
You know what bothered me about that preseason game watching?
What?
Patrick Williams. I'm talking to you. We all know you can shoot threes, gang. We know you can catch and shoot. Show us other stuff. Because he was lethal in the game.
Yeah.
He had a bank shot because there was 1 second on the shot. Like he was catching and shooting like crazy. Put it on the flow. It's the preseason.
Yeah.
Put it on the flow. Try to dunk on. He did once and he turned it over. But do that more. I'm okay with some preseason turnovers. Try to get into your bag, especially because DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine and Vooch didn't play in the second half, and it was you. Go do that. You are one of the first 5 starters. So
I think he's also probably feels a little timid because he is so used to playing with them. So that when he is put in those situations, it's kind of like, oh shit, now I got to do it.
no. Oh well. Is that it for the Bulls?
Yeah, for me.
Okay, great. Clippers.
Health.
Oh boy.
Come on, man. Come on. Health.
Can I give y'all some stats that I brought up on my podcast the other day? I did this research myself.
Yeah.
So shout out to me. The Clippers.
When you gonna have us as guests on your podcast?
My Candy Beach and podcast featuring Through the Wire.
I'm coming on there like Lil Wayne.
High as hell, smoking the blood. So since the Paul George, Kawhi Leonard era has started, the Clippers have played 37 playoff games. Pretty good. They have a conference finals appearance and so on and so forth. They collectively, both of them suiting up, not one or the other, collectively suiting up out of those 37 games, they've only played 23 together. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's 62%. And for the people at home to give that, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Some reference across the league, in that same time frame, the Boston Celtics Big Two, or dynamic duo in Tatum and Brown, have played 46 playoff games. Together, 41, which is 89%. Anthony Davis and LeBron have played 98% of the playoff games together. Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, 94%. And these are the two teams that are low, and y'all tell me what these teams have in common. The Jokic and Murray combo have played 72% of playoff games together, because obviously Jamal Murray missed the big time with the injury. And then Giannis and Chris Middleton have played 70% of playoff games together. But what do those two teams have? They have a fucking ring already.
Yeah.
So you okay with that?
Yeah.
While the Clippers don't have that type of thing. They don't have their NBA championship to say, I mean, yeah, we might not be healthy now, but you remember in 2021 we got one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mentioned this, I think, on last episode. This is the least excited I've been for Clippers ball since they've been together, because I'm tired of getting my hopes high for this combination. And hopefully this is the year that they do it, right? This is the year that they make it done, but it ain't pretty, man.
Yeah, my thing was just, will they take the regular season seriously? Because, like, it's been a lot of talk of them actually taking it seriously. And, like, I think Paul George and Kawhi are even being annoyed a little bit with them being, like, pretty much like the examples of low management. They feel like the league is using them as that. So, like, I'm excited to see them actually take it seriously. And hopefully we do see them go through a full season where, like, they actually healthy and we get to see this full unit together. Because, honestly, on paper, when you look at Kawhi and Paul George, they should have a ring in this time that they've
They
been
should,
together.
man.
At least a finals appearance.
They
Yeah,
made
at
it
least-
hard on themselves because the West only got better.
Yep.
And then they blew a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets in a bubble. So it was like,
When they first got together, the
Yeah.
West did not look like this.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't want to shut the door on anything, but it feels as though their window might have closed.
Facts. Because like with the West even getting better, it's like you didn't get better. They kind of that roster has pretty much kind of just been the same. It was like a few role players coming in and out here and there.
And they
but
kind of pissing me off how much they pressing for James Harden. If you could get him, get him. But they're kind of like they're desperately trying to get him.
But they also said they're not improving their offer just because there aren't any other buyers.
Yeah, why bid against yourself?
Yeah, so they're just kind of waiting on the
they also don't really have shit to really. They what they going what the options is. They not finna trade Kawhi, Paul George.
Well, they don't want to trade Trey Mann.
Terrence.
Yeah,
Terrence.
I'm not trading
Terrence Mann, my bad. Yeah.
But you know Norman Powell, Marcus Morris. That we know what this finna look like.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously the number one question. My question was just like, is Russell the point guard they've been kind of missing over the years? Assuming there's health, they always need that guy to dude that's gonna get everybody involved, especially when the ball kind of slows down and you're relying on like Kawhi taking those crazy shots or PG. Russell could still get the job done in terms of like, hey, I can get Marcus Morris his bucket. I can get whoever, he can still get everybody involved.
Next team, Cleveland Cavaliers.
This was more so to the fact that like when we saw them in the playoffs, like the spacing, like it was an issue. I was wondering, can that too big lineup actually work when it comes down to it with the spacing wise? Just because it is a little clogged. You saw the Knicks kind of scheme against it where they kind of weren't guarding Evan Mobley, so they kind of just clogged the paint. Is that something that can become an issue for them in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Unless Evan Mobley does consistently hit the corner three and makes people respect him.
Yeah, I mean, mine's kind of around that too because it was just like, who's the three that's going to stick out?
Yeah.
And preferably, like, you need the defense, but you also need the spacing. Like, you need that three to be able to just shoot. And that's why I really liked, them picking up Max Strus because he's had a lot of he's not no big name, but he's had a lot of crazy like big games.
Yeah.
And it's been in the playoffs too, so I feel like he could be really amazing. But it's just like the offense. I feel like in the playoffs, it was either Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland. There was no both. I feel like them together, both as they should be, like they got the offense. The defense, that's what they need with having two small guards.
My question is similar, just the three.
Mm-hmm.
Is Max Strus the perfect fit for them, or are they gonna feel like they lack in the perimeter defense? So,
LA Lakers.
Who outside of AD and LeBron is like, can you trust when it comes playoff time?
You for real? I feel like we one of the deepest teams.
I felt like in the playoffs though, it was just pretty much AD and LeBron.
Austin Reeves had
Austin Reeves
He had
and
some
Rui
games
was
but-
turning up. Rui had his best stretch in the
But it
playoffs.
seemed like
But
it wasn't
Austin
like
Reeves
it
was-
seemed like it was like y'all role players kind of taking turns where it wasn't like a consistent third guy. Like who's gonna step in and be that consistent third guy? For
It
y'all?
looked like Austin Reeves in the playoffs.
I think they believe in Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
My question was more so kind of
Eric said he needs y'all to be perfect.
You know what's funny?
that wasn't Sherman's.
No, I said can they not be the 27th best 3-point shooting team?
Okay, that's a lot better.
That's
'cause
that's
much
better.
That's
question.
much better because I had the
So where
perimeter
did this
shooting.
other question come from?
I don't know.
That's for another team.
Yeah, the perimeter shooting is what I would put
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That was my question. I think Anthony Davis kind of falls in that too because he's been just shooting the ball so poorly, it feels like. But having D'Lo, who they resigned, really good deal, and they have him starting too next to Austin Reeves, who can knock it down. Rui's been able to stretch the floor. They even played Torian Prince, so I feel like they're going to value his minutes. Gabe Vincent. We have a lot of people that can knock down that shot now compared to last year.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all won't be 27th.
My
I
question
don't
was
think we
which
will.
Anthony Davis we getting.
Mm-hmm.
Which Anthony Davis are we getting? No, that's not a shot at him. I like the season he had last year.
Mm-hmm.
He talking big shit like it's gonna be even better season this year. So I'm like, man, if we can get a better Anthony Davis, if taking a rank
In the minutes he had, bro, he had 3 blocks. One of those, he crushed somebody. I forget who it was. He pinned it on the glass.
Yeah, who was that? Damn.
I don't know, but I was like, he back.
Oh, that
Or
was
not
Lonnie
he
Walker.
back,
That
but
was
he-
Lonnie Walker. That was Lonnie Walker.
I was like, he ready to go.
That was Lonnie Walker. I remember being like, dang, he did his old teammate like that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all say had one in the who did I play in the first game?
We play the Warriors.
Somebody tried to put one high off glass and he got like he reached the apex and just took We know the defense is going to be there. You know, that's one thing. Yeah, my question was about the shooting. And can you maximize the last few years of LeBron James?
I didn't say nobody's ever you're not worried about LeBron being year 21.
Nah.
Yeah.
He still looked pretty damn
looked
good.
great.
You saw that lob he threw at the end of the shot clock?
To Jackson.
Yeah, that shit was that was decent.
Because even if he gives you 85% of last year, that's still an All NBA caliber player. You know, you want Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell to alleviate pressure because last year he averaged 30 in the regular season. Then he had the injury, and then in the playoffs he wasn't the same player. So you want to make sure that he's not, having to play 35
who I'm a little
minutes.
worried about on the Lakers roster?
What's that? Who's that?
Cam Reddish. I felt like he would get an opportunity when he first came here, but I could see him in the world where it's just like he doesn't have that. Like he's gonna have to earn every minute he gets out there. Yeah. I think they're gonna give him in the rotation, give him his chance.
I think KB was saying that when he first signed. Like maybe not this place.
I know.
Maybe should have went to Charlotte.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The way Charlotte doing they guys, I don't know. His career might be over. But yeah, we'll see. Bulls next year, then he would have completed the cycle of playing on all of our teams. So, I wonder how many players in history have played for all 4 of our teams. I'm gonna look that up after I tell you the next team being the Detroit Pistons.
Who's the 4-man? I mean, like it's about the bigs, pretty much. Who's the solidified backup big? James Wiseman or
Jamal Crawford.
Yeah,
extremely close, but he didn't play for the Lakers, right?
No. He did not play for the Lakers. No.
What team?
The Detroit
Pistons.
Is Cade Cunningham a rival? Cade Cunningham is a second-year player because of the injury, and everybody got like this superstardom written over him. And we've seen in history where it's not that Cade gonna have a bad year, but is this the year that everybody's kind of? I think they did that with Anthony Edwards. It was one of those years where they were just like, "This is going to be the year for Anthony Edwards," but it was really last year.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, is this the year where he is solidified as one of those guys, or is that going to be next year? Are we projecting the Pistons a little too early? So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's my thing, and I feel like I've been projecting with them a little bit, but I always feel like they're one of the bottom feeder team at least. That's like they got a pretty big range because I could see them being like 13 or whatever, 14, but I can also see them fighting for that playoff spot and being legit.
So there has never been a player in NBA history to play for all 4 of our favorite organizations.
That's because you got the Blazers as one.
Seriously, because there are 9 people that have played for all 3 of ours.
People who have come close: Chris Duhon, Jamal Crawford,
Tyson Chandler,
Chandler,
Metta World Peace,
yes,
and Shannon Brown.
Oh, Shannon
Brown. So that's cool. Cam Reddish could be the first in history to have all 4. Oh,
Rasheed Wallace,
Carmelo Anthony played for all of y'all. Is it not mine?
Technically, he is the guy. Technically,
yeah, because he did get traded here.
Technically,
and then waived. Yeah, Trevor Ariza also played for all of y'all. Ime Udoka, Wesley Matthews, Shannon Fry, and Mo Lucas.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. Play for the Blazers.
You see, you had Monte Carr for sure. He played for the Blazers, Knicks, and Lakers.
Maurice Lucas.
Yeah.
He a power forward?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know you're talking about. You see, the Mo threw me off.
Yeah,
I know him as Maurice.
Right, my fault.
I know him as Maurice.
Shaq Harrison has played for all of our favorite teams except for Pierre's.
Yeah, he ain't
6'7" guy.
He's played 5 games for the Blazers. That's it. Okay. Detroit Pistons.
Oh, you haven't get.
Oh wait, did y'all do Detroit?
Yeah,
I was
did.
looking stuff up. I ain't even think about it. How good can the Thompson brother be rookie season? That first preseason game got me hyped.
Yeah, if he playing like that,
I can't lie. They had Jay Knivey come off the bench because Alec Burks was in the lineup. But it's like, man, the defense was like that. He swallowed Booker up on one play. Where you see more of that, and of course,
definitely love to see more of that.
He hit the big shot, Great. Okay. The Western Conference team, Memphis Grizzlies.
Can they stay afloat during the 25-game suspension?
Same thing I said.
Can they not? Because I don't want them to get Ja back and have to fight their way all the way back. Mm-hmm. And that offense, Ja's an engine to an offense. Can they also keep a good, consistent offense through the 25 games that he's not there?
So they were 12-10 without Ja Morant last year. 21-7 without him the year before.
Yeah.
They had Tyus Jones.
Yeah, if they could keep the same pace as last year in these 25 games, amazing. That's all you could really hope for. But obviously, the team has changed a decent amount from that time when now Marcus Smart is in and
No Dylan Brooks.
no
So Tyus Jones.
My question coincides with that. Goes to the offense is just how good can Desmond Bane be? Like, how good is his jump this year? It seems like every year he kind of has it. Now I would expect him to be not an all-star, but at least he's at that level. You're just like, okay, we can consider it, you know?
I like Desmond Bane a lot.
next team, Indiana Pacers.
How can they become a middle of the pack defense instead of being one of the worst? That was me because like offensively they're very good when, especially when they have Tyrese Halliburton in the lineup, and they were a team that was a top 5 seed when Tyrese was healthy and was actually hooping. But then once he got hurt, it's like they fell down the rankings.
Yeah, that was bad for them, and also they had Aaron Nesmith playing power forward.
Yeah,
like they finally got some size, and I mean it's just hard to defend when you're very undersized down low.
Yeah, and
they're gonna be undersized a little bit too because Bruce Brown is gonna be what they small for. Obi Toppin is not going. He's not stopping nobody. Jarris Walker hopefully projects. That's the field goal that he missed.
Wide right.
So yeah, my question was Obi Toppin, Bruce Brown. Like who's going
I'm
really
so high on Obi Toppin this year.
Because we high on him.
I'm expecting him to know. Like I'm not even kidding. Be at like 18 to 20 points. Especially if he's got that starting role and he's getting 30 minutes. Ain't no reason why he not scoring in transition.
Wait, how many?
18 to 20.
I got him at 14, 15.
I didn't have that type of jump.
18 to 20.
I'm high on him.
You think he's winning most improved player?
Potentially.
Because do you remember what he averaged last year? Because if he jumped up to 20 points
what
per
was
game,
he at, like 7?
It was not a lot. 7 might not even be it.
Yeah. He should be at 7 or 8.
7.4.
7.4, and that's behind Julius Randle minutes.
It's 15 minutes per game last year.
So
if he jumps up to 20, he's winning most improved player easily.
Yeah,
my call.
No question.
My question is this the team? Every year we get the team that make the surprise, the big jump, whatever. Is this the team that we should be investing in right now? Putting $100, $200 on the over.
I think they're gonna be fun as hell.
I mean, I feel like they kind of made it last year a little bit
for sure, but then they didn't.
But they did and they dipped, but
because they did win more. They did win more games than they were projected last year.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna quickly Google by how much because I don't really remember. I don't remember because I know that they were projected to be basically the worst team in basketball last year, and I think I even had that opinion. And then obviously they were a lot better than that. Last year they were projected to win a total of 24 games. They ended with 35 wins.
Oh, so plus 11.
Yes.
That's
and that was, again, with the second half of the season. I think Tyrese played 2 games, and then they decided to go for draft picks rather than a playoff push. So,
yeah,
this could be the team.
No, yeah.
I can see it being a 40-something win team easily.
Tyrese Halliburton and Obi Toppin lobs are going to be crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of transition play.
Yeah, Bruce Brown is even a lob guy, or he could pass the lob. It's going to be very fun and very exciting to watch this offense play.
Another question for the Pacers real quick. Is Miles Turner finally safe? I feel like every year he's on the trade discussions.
I think so. They just paid him.
They extended him.
Yeah, so.
He better be. He had too good of a season for you to be selling.
Yeah, he had a career year last year.
Unless you selling him for
Y'all
something
think he
crazy.
doubled down on that production?
He said.
I think so.
He said in an interview that if he's not an all-star, then he disappointed this season.
I like that mentality.
Yeah.
I do too, but
I can see it. He averaged 17 last season on great efficiency. 18 on good efficiency, good defense.
And I think he had like 2 blocks a game, something like that.
If they're relevant enough to be a playoff team, they could get 2 all-stars. You know how it be shaking. Injuries happen all the time. Injury replacement. It's definitely possible.
Do you think Tyrese is a lock though? Like, is he the lock?
If he's healthy, he's a lock. Yeah.
That boy 20 and 10.
Yeah, easily.
With a couple boards.
That's what I look at.
With a couple boards.
That's all.
Next team is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves.
It was pretty much just can they figure out the too big situation to where they can both play at an elite level?
Yeah, some of these teams, like I even when it was like, man, it's an obvious question. I just that's what it is.
Literally. Yeah. Can they get the 2 bigs to work? And I just try to change it up a little bit. I was like, can Cat bounce back?
Yeah.
Can he have a bounce back year? Or is he gonna have to be on the move?
I have two questions. It was, can Jaden McDaniels take another leap?
Yes.
So that was another one for me.
Yes, he can.
The projections have the Timberwolves really, really good this year. Just like advanced statistic, ESPN did one, and they had them as the 2 seed. Now, I'm not going that high because that's kind of crazy. But the numbers are expecting them to be significantly better. They look more fluid in their preseason games. I know it's, again, preseason, but they look more fluid having the two bigs on the court, and I think we can trust Anthony Edwards more than most people in the NBA. I feel really good about where they could be, but the Western Conference itself is so ridiculous that it's like, you know, being the difference between being the 6th seed and being out of it might be 2 games.
Yeah. So
and you need injury luck for sure. The teams that make it this year are gonna have to have an immense amount of injury luck in order to make it because that's how crazy it's gonna be. Miami Heat.
Who are
they have enough to compete like they did last year? Because like they did lose a lot to their roster. They were an 8th seed that went on a Cinderella run, and then their roster got worse. So do they even have enough to continue to compete at a high level?
And you know, I don't even know if it's about their roster. It's about the rosters around them getting better.
Yeah, that too.
More than anything.
Yeah.
I have the same questions there. Just legitimately, do they have enough? And also, I guess I add a question: is who's the guy this year?
who the 2 no names this year?
Yes.
Yeah. It's Hayward Highsmith season. I'm saying it.
Hayward Highsmith and Orlando Robinson.
Yep, you never know. Jamal Cain, here he comes. New Orleans Pelicans.
B.I. and Zion.
Yeah.
Yep. That's literally what I put. I was like, is this the year we finally get to see them play together? Because it feels like they're part of that that group, which you mentioned with Kawhi and Paul George. And you can just talk about regular season with them, and it's just like that percentage is too low.
That's
funny
funny
you
you say
always
that.
get these glimpses.
Yeah.
B.I. and then was in the playoffs that one year, and he was giving Phoenix all he had against Mikal. It's like, man, imagine if they had Zion.
Yeah.
And
B.I. was out. Then Zion was playing. They were the number 1 seed. It was looking great. Then Zion get hurt. Then they both out. And then it's just like.
It's like 200 total minutes together this season. 200.
Yeah.
That's That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a really good question. They just have the worst luck because Trey Murphy's already injured. Jose Alvarado also got injured. It's just like, man, and then we know Z has his history playing 30% of his NBA games so far. I don't know if there's any question outside of that.
No.
Because if they are healthy, we recognize that team is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Even if they just have Zion, they're really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Next team. Sorry, I don't have it written down here. The Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Can they stay a top 10 defense without Drew Holiday? Just because that pointed attack defense, Drew Holiday, he provided so much for them. And it's just, I know Damian Lillard, he's a competitor, but he's not the defender nowhere near Drew Holiday is.
Mine was, can Brook Lopez replicate what he did last season?
Yeah, he was incredible coming
amazing.
off the back injury, which you don't really expect for a 7-footer to come off a back injury and a year later
all defensive,
give all defensive things, and he did that. You know, I think my question is about his other guy, Chris Middleton. You know, are we getting, because last year in the playoffs he looked pretty good. Obviously they got eliminated in the first round, but when you compare his playoffs to his regular season, he looked significantly closer to the player that was pre-injury, and they're gonna desperately need that because they don't have crazy depth, they don't have terrible depth either.
Yeah,
but having a really good Chris Middleton year is gonna potentially have this team be an NBA favorite to like, oh, ain't nobody messing with them at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. My question is who the 5th?
Yeah.
Who's the 5th? You got Dame, Giannis, Middleton, Brook. Who's the 5th?
Pat.
Beasley.
He said Connaughton. You say Beasley. I saw the quote. Was that a real quote? That Beasley's going to
Guard the best matchup.
Yeah, that was real.
I've seen him guard the best. I've seen him try.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've seen him try.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
And that's what made me mad with him missing last season. It's just like, we can give, if you giving up points on the defensive end, cool, but at least hit your threes. And if you're not doing both, you're gonna have to get benched. Like what happened, you know.
There's a lot of pressure on Adrian Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one of my questions. Can he be on the same level of Nick Nurse and Steve Kerr, where he comes into a team that's trying to compete and immediately helps them win a championship? Or will he be on the other side of the things where, as a first-year coach, he's overwhelmed and it's not good enough as an individual coach to help them get over the hump? because we've also seen that a lot too. So what level does Adrian Griffin end up being on when it's all said and done?
Yeah, luckily for him though, he does have elite personnel. Yeah, he got Giannis and Dame. So like,
just
but
go
at least,
hoop. That's his
at
game
least
plan.
he's guaranteed probably
Go play random.
He's guaranteed a playoff spot. At least a top 5 seed, top 4 seed.
But that's why I can't be saying pressure because that don't mean shit.
Yeah, that team is win now. It's championship or bust.
Do you think so?
Now,
Yes.
but I don't.
Yes.
This year?
Yes.
I
I dare a
don't know.
Bucks fan to tell me anything else.
I would
Championship
say
or bust.
I would give it a 2-year window.
I would give it 2 years. 2 years too.
Yeah.
I would say that too. Just because it's like
The way
I
that
understand
man
what you're
Giannis
saying
is
too.
talking,
I understand what you're saying
championship or
too.
bust, man.
Now,
But
if they get bounced in like the second round, it's like a
Yeah.
convincing bounce, and it's like, damn, what the? Yeah, then it's questions, a lot of question marks. But if they go to the conference finals and they go to a game 7 and they lose, you know, that's all.
They could have did that with
Or if
Drew.
they make it to the finals and they lose, it's just like, okay.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
not a bust then. They made it to the championship.
But
I
I
ain't
think
got-
championship or bust is winning a championship.
For me,
not-
they got to make the championship.
okay.
Cause I always look at that like, unless you lose, unless you the big LeBron and them talking about not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, you better win. But a lot of these other teams, yeah, it's the first year, but they should make it to the championship, man. This is the heavy favorite. You got a team,
I don't think it's heavy anymore though. After
think
what
the
the Boston
Celtics-
Celtics did.
But do you
Yeah.
still have it as the favorite?
No, I have the Boston Celtics as the favorite.
I have the Bucks.
I have the Celtics as mine.
Why you got the Celtics?
Defense, versatility. I feel like a little bit more.
Agreed.
Versatility is definitely there.
But again, it's
I want
Close.
to lean to the Bucks because I like Dame and Giannis, but Celtics is just hard, man.
Yeah.
They got everything I want.
the only thing is the centers. Can they stay healthy / be good? And if we
They
can
got
get a
Luke
healthy
Cornett, what I'm
Porzingis-
hearing though.
Yeah, Luke Cornett
Luke
gets a lob.
Cornett.
Run that play over and over. Pick and roll Luke Cornett lob.
Celtic fans say Al Horford got the recipe against Giannis.
Save him literally into the playoff.
And I know Drew Holiday he gonna be motivated to lock your boy up.
For real. No, seriously.
Ooh-wee.
I was ready to.
Him and Rondo did it. Now him and Darrick White. Oh, good mercy.
It's really no off time when they play.
Yeah.
Dame is gonna get an all NBA caliber defender every second.
But then he never had a Giannis, so Giannis makes
Yeah.
it so much easier.
For sure. Yeah.
When they do that dribble handoff, now decisions got to be made.
But the favorites is between them two. The Suns not in that combo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
No.
Next.
I
me,
wouldn't
no,
put him.
not-
I wouldn't
no.
put him. You know, I was listening. I forget. It might have been the volume or whatever, but they were talking about like the different offenses between the Bucks and the Celtics, and they were saying, like I mentioned earlier, the Celtics more like drive and kick, and Bucks are more like pick and roll heavy. They were saying Drew Holiday ran 15 pick and rolls a game last season. He ran 1 last game. So the offense is way different. But he was, I believe Drew Holiday can do, he
Adapt.
can adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
he's a
too.
really
I
good
think
ball
so,
player.
too. Yeah.
OKC Thunder.
I gotta look. I'm sorry.
I put does Chet cover up the size weakness?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can they legit make that jump that they were supposed to now that they have Chet?
Man out.
I
I know we talked about that, but not even from a contractual money standpoint, but they got a lot of people over there,
a
man.
lot of talent, a lot of young talent
Yeah.
that you can't develop them all.
You
There's
know who
just
I
only so
love
many.
watching out there?
Trey, man.
Isaiah Joe.
Oh yeah, Isaiah Joe.
He ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere.
A steal for nothing.
He ain't going nowhere.
76ers just gave bro away.
Tweaking.
Just tripping. You know what they could use? Extra
Isaiah Joe.
shooter. Extra shooter. But no, my question is very similar to yours, Pierre. It's just so much young talent over there that you're going to have to prioritize one over the other. And it's like, if I am Aaron Wiggins and I believe
Yes.
that I'm nice and I'm the 4th guard on the bench, it's like, damn, can I get some burn? And you got 4 first-round picks this year, when
Like
when are we
Kentucky.
do it?
Kentucky be like, man, you got to go to the league, bro. You got a whole new freshman class coming in.
Yeah. New York Knicks.
Can RJ Barrett be a consistent third option?
I put what is their ceiling? I always feel like they're one of those middle of the pack teams, but can they get above that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. With that personnel, it seems a little iffy. With that,
We
he's
can.
getting better, but
Will we?
Defensively, y'all always gonna be up there.
But
I
that's
had
the
y'all
thing,
for like
though.
one of my.
Like last year, they were an average defensive team, but they were number 3 in offense. Like it's completely different than what Tom Thibodeau normally does. My question is kind of revolving around this consistency on the offense. Is like, as Julius Randle as a Knick player, he's had bad year, great year, bad year, great year. Does this cycle continue, or are we saying that this is who he is?
I think it's going to be a more level of consistency.
My question was, does Jalen Brunson have another level? Does Jalen Brunson, year 2, he understands what's going on. He understands his teammates. The team is a little bit more solidified. Does he have another level to get to? Is he a surefire all-star where y'all can't play with his name?
Yeah.
Well, he's there. He's that guy.
I think he's going to get to that level. I think he honestly caught a lot of people by surprise last year. You know,
and that's why I guess I'm asking it, because I feel like it's one thing when you catch people by surprise versus like.
Yep. Once you got that, like,
yourself as that guy.
Your name is on that whiteboard when they coming across.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're trapping you on that pick and roll. Yeah, it's a lot different.
Tendencies, you're rolling the offense. So it's just like what we watching right now, the Braves versus Phillies. Pitchers. Baseball, like pitchers, they come in and they'll have a good 2-year, 3-year, but once the hitters start getting adaptive to that changeup or that curveball or that slider, a pitcher who was just a Cy Young candidate will be getting rocked all of a sudden.
Sandy Alcantara just did that this year.
Just knocked all over the place. It's because, we done caught up to the
Get
slider
soon.
now.
Get well soon.
Get well soon. We done caught up to the slider now. Tommy John, right?
Tommy John out for the entire next season.
A
lot of players, they saying it's a pitch clock. Don't give them time, their elbows to heal.
That's why I'm a believer that at some point they might tell Shohei, hey, listen.
Well, they don't think Shohei's going to pitch much next season.
He's not pitching. I saw he ain't pitching at all. He's just going to hit. But going forward, we giving you $300-some million. $500 million.
I was about to say 300. That's a low ball.
We giving you $500 million. We giving you $500 million. You're probably not going to be pitching as much as you think.
Okay, that's interesting because I think that the argument to give him that much money is that
It's
you're getting
'cause he
two
pitched.
players. Yeah, you're getting 2 players for the price of
this
one.
Tommy John shit, man.
Scary.
What is like the detail on it? Like, what is it?
Tommy John's is a elbow injury that pitchers get because of the way you hold your hand or arm when you pitch. And at least until recently, Tommy John's surgery was like the death of a pitcher. Now technology has advanced where we've seen a lot of people have Tommy John's.
Yeah,
imagine Achilles in the NBA. Where we get a lot of players come back from Tommy John's to still be good, but a lot of times they're not as great as they were before. Shohei's already had Tommy John's once, and we just saw him win the Cy. Did he win Cy Young or just MVP? Either way, Cy Young candidate posted, but now he's going in for another injury.
Dylan Cease won Cy Young.
No, he didn't.
Dylan Cease didn't win Cy Young?
I don't think.
Who won Cy Young?
I don't think he did.
For the AL.
Oh man, let's look it up.
If it ain't Shohei, it ain't Dylan Cease.
AL
I'm
Cy
not the
Young.
baseball nerd.
Yeah. Remember when Robbie Ray made it and then was awful?
D-Mills, what team Shohei play for?
Oh, Justin Verlander won it last year.
With the Astros, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say?
He didn't know what team Shohei played for.
Yes, he does. All you got to do is think. D-Mills just sit there and be like, I don't know. He don't even try to give himself a chance. You know, have you ever seen him in a jersey?
I don't know who Shohei is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah. If he call him Sohei, he definitely don't know who he is.
You don't know who
like
Shohei
MLB The
Ohtani
Show?
is?
No.
Don't you play the show?
He be playing the show. He's the latest. He played the show the latest out of us all. I got in the party. What's up, D-Mill? Playing the show.
I still play it.
Right.
But you don't know who Shohei Ohtani is?
Wasn't Shohei the face of the game?
Yeah, that was last
year.
year. It was
But-
last year.
Okay.
This year is like who? J-Rod?
No, it was Jazz Chisholm.
It was
Jazz
Jazz.
Chisholm.
Who do you know in baseball?
Jose Abreu.
So White Sox and
yeah.
former White Sox.
Yeah.
You know who Julio Rodriguez is, though.
We
Doesn't
watched
he
him
on
play.
Seattle.
Yes.
Does he play on Seattle? Yeah.
It's
I
just-
know him because I played with the Super.
You know-
I played with not the Sonics,
The Mariners.
the Mariners. Yeah.
You know who Mike Trout is.
Yeah.
So
What team does he play for?
Mike Trout plays for the Yankees.
Not yet. Not yet, but you never know.
if there was any money,
Or
I would put-
Dodgers.
if there was money, I would
He
put
just throw teas out.
That's
know he
those
plays-
are good guesses.
He
though.
plays for a
team.
big market.
the Angels,
The Angels. Okay.
which is where Shohei plays.
Oh, see,
They have
I
two
wouldn't-
of the top 5-10 players in the league and can't
Who
make
won
the
it the year
playoffs.
before Justin Verlander
Robbie Ray. That was a Robbie Ray year.
with the Mariners?
Toronto. Yeah. Been some weird stuff.
Is Robbie Ray still with them? Or he
Robbie Ray was, I'm pretty sure, awful this year. He has an 8 ERA.
With who?
Seattle.
Okay.
But did he even play? He played one game this year. I'm out of the loop. He might have
All
been
right,
injured.
because they gave him all that money. Seattle gave him all that money, right? Or Or the Blue Jays get no. Seattle gave Robbie Ray that big.
They gave
contract.
money. Yeah.
I read a thing where they might be trying to trade Logan Gilbert. They had him like it was like 5 trades we could see happening in MLB, and he was going to like the
we will
Astros.
call. No, we won't. Not our front office.
Our front office said we not even trying to get Shohei.
You know, let's go spend some money on Cody Bellinger. He just switched Chicago to
Come right across the street.
Yeah.
What we got left?
Orlando Magic.
What's their guard rotations like?
Boom.
Who's the guards? Who's the guards for them?
Boom, boom,
That's
boom,
pretty
boom.
easy. Because that is the question. Because even with a guy like Joe Ingles, who's not a guard, he plays guard heavy type stuff. It's like, man, y'all got a deep guard room. It's like
I guess you can question the 3-point shooting, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
for
mine.
sure.
They were one of the worst teams in the league at 3-point percentage. So I said, can they improve that to where at least they're like respectable, middle of the pack?
Right.
I think they shot at like a 34 or 32 percentile
It's a man
They go low
downtown.
on one.
percentage.
The man downtown Chicago scaling windows.
Shout out to Spider-Man. But yeah, their 3-point thing is the biggest like hindrance in their offensive success.
I guess also Paulo going a month without making one also hindered that percentage a lot.
but he
sure.
used to have like 20, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was
getting
definitely
buckets,
20.
You know,
Just couldn't make a 3 though.
yeah, they got a couple plus 3-point shooters like Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter for his position.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. You know, they drafted shooters.
Jet
Yes, they
Howard.
did. Jet Howard.
I don't know how much that shooter plays his rookie season, but projected well to be shooting. I don't know.
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris had a good second half of the season when he came back from his injury. I'm curious of what their starting lineup looks like because of the amount of like
Markel,
talent they have.
Suggs, Franz, Paulo.
It could, I think Gary Harris could start over Suggs at least to start off with
too, but
for the shooting.
They're going to try to give Jalen Suggs some push.
I hope so. The 76ers. Is it all?
I
Harden
had said,
base?
can Maxey take that All-Star jump?
He can.
It's the bench for me. I sound like a
I was about to say it's the bench for me.
the math ain't
You
math.
sound like Kyrie.
Yeah, it's the bench though. It's the bench, man. Who was on? Name me 3 people off the 76ers bench.
Paul Reed.
Montrezl
Daniel
Harrell.
House.
What?
Montrezl Harrell's still on that bench.
D'Anthony Melton.
So that's 3.
They in trouble.
Patrick Beverly.
This motherfucker said Montrezl Harrell. They in trouble.
Montrezl Harrell, he stayed with some badges though.
He do got some
Yeah, if
badges.
he come into the season with them 11 badges, he gonna be all right. Back down Punisher and shit. Like, stop it, man. Stop it. Name me 11 badges he could even have.
Fast switch.
Fast twitch for sure. He can still get that one.
Pogo stick.
Giant Slayer.
Rebound
Posterizer.
chaser
Rise up.
bronze.
Rebound chaser bronze. Yeah. Pogo
A
stick.
personality badge. Unpredictable. Or some shit.
Expressive.
Expressive for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Did Montrez do anything last season? Like, and I don't even mean
I
that.
feel like he probably had some games where
He moved the ladder. Was that last year or was that 2 years ago?
That was last season. Was that last season?
I have
I
no
think that was
idea.
last season. I think that was last season.
Hey, stop playing on Montrez's name, bro. These stats look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that good. His per 36 look good, but he never got enough minutes. He averaged 17 per game, per 36. Also 4
What a time
fouls.
when him and Lou Will were literally
Yes, bro.
Yes, man.
six coexisting 6 men on the same team.
I
Yeah.
love that era of Montrez.
Bro, that was, think about it, that was 3 years ago.
It was?
Yes, it was
That was-
2020.
Damn.
I don't. Yeah, that definitely don't.
That feel like an eternity
It
ago.
feels far.
He has been on the Clippers, the Wizards, Charlotte, and Philadelphia since. He's been on 4 different teams since that moment.
Doc had them right.
Man, he came to the Lakers. Y'all thought y'all was on too.
Yeah.
Big week.
Did he play it all in the playoffs? You think? Did he play a single playoff minute that season?
Yeah.
With my Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he got some burn, I wouldn't be surprised. But also, probably not.
10
Not many
minutes,
minutes.
10 minutes per game.
Yeah.
Sorry, well, yeah, wasn't really. I'm not the.
He don't be watching basketball.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just playing.
Alfonso McKinney also got burned for y'all that season.
Chicago native.
What a weird season that was for the Lakers. The next team we have is the Phoenix Suns.
For me, it was pretty much who outside of the big 3 will be the guy or be consistent.
I said, can Nurkic hold it down in the paint?
I don't think so.
Because it's Frank Vogel we talking about, man. I've been watching basketball long enough to know Frank Vogel, he's a defensive guy.
Yeah, mine was the same as D-Mills.
Ray Hibbert's whole career was built by Frank Vogel.
Frank V.
He created verticality.
Real verticality, man.
Hey, sometimes a coach can get you paid. Sometimes just like a good player can get you paid.
And just like you, your coach can get you laid. Meet me in my truck. Y'all remember that story?
I thought he said I got some stuff for you in my car.
And Darrick was like, okay.
Big ass polo.
He said, I'll be right back, guys.
Gave me a lot of trucks, a lot of shirts.
He gave you a lot of what?
Shirts.
What'd you say before that?
I said trucks for some reason.
Motherfucker always got rid of your eligibility by giving you a truck.
Yeah, my coach gave me this.
Like, you remember LeBron got in trouble for that?
The Hummer?
The Hummer?
Yeah.
It's funny. The Suns are such an interesting team that I think it warrants more than just what we did. Because even you look at the first preseason game, it was them three heavy.
Yeah.
And it's isolation, get you a bucket. And I think that's going to be able to sustain them for the regular season. But the question is, come postseason, can we evolve the offense more than that? And again, I'm only going on one preseason game. I'm not even saying that's what their offense is going to be. But obviously in the postseason, you need more than that.
And they also going to have to be a very good defense.
Yeah.
I don't think you can sit. I know you can have your good offense, but when it comes playoff time, that good offense, it slows down. Teams can scheme against you. You have to be able to rely on your defense when it comes to playoff time. And they don't really have the personnel to be an elite defense, but I think they can make it work, I think, as well. Because KD is a good defender. Devin Booker showing he's a
Who's your best defender?
Grayson Allen.
Josh Okogie?
Josh
Probably
Okogie.
Josh Okogie, yeah.
It's Grayson or Josh, yeah.
That's bad. If Grayson Allen's your
Yeah,
best
how good
defender,
of a defender is Grayson Allen? Because he played with such a defensive team.
he's probably average.
in Milwaukee.
Average
Drew
to
Holiday.
Hey, back
got
to
Brook Lopez
C+.
and Giannis
I
behind
was thinking
you.
the same thing with Grant Williams because Celtics had it. Like, if he was getting beat or something, he was a little slow-footed, they got his back. It's going to be a lot different with the Mavericks. So that's a big thing with defenders coming from those, like, really defensive teams, and now they on ones that don't got the same personnel. It's different. It takes a unit to be really good defensively.
Yeah. We'll see. The Portland Trailblazers, Darrick.
Would DeAndre Ayton trade be worth it? That's pretty much it. Because, I know Ayton. We know
Damian Lillard trade?
The Damian Lillard trade.
Hey, if you think Ayton that boy, go ahead, call the Ayton
It was
trade.
just pretty much just receiving Ayton. Was that the right package?
Oh, my God. He bugging.
Receiving Ayton was the right package.
Y'all there could be a group of words in a sentence and it's taken out of context.
You be taking it in the context.
Hey, got to be better with your choice of words.
I'm immature. That's all. Don't mind me.
That's all it is.
I think we all
We
are.
immature.
It's okay. But yeah, it's just like we know who Ayton can be. Is he gonna play at that level that we expect him to be? That's pretty much it. Because I know they have the right personnel around him. He has two good guards who both are very good playmakers, can pick and roll and do all that.
Can't say that.
About who?
You can't say that.
About
He
what?
downgraded.
He
in that
was
direction.
just playing with Chris Paul.
and Devin Booker before.
I know, but he's playing with guys that's more his age.
Because that's a different argument than what you said
He
at
looked
first.
good he looked good with the Suns.
He looked fine.
Yes, I'm saying that there might be another level that he could play at now.
No, I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm just saying you said that he now has playmaking guards as though he did not at first.
I wasn't that was not a shot at Chris Paul and Devin Booker. They're great. I'm saying that he downgraded the guard position, but they're still good guards at the same time.
We can't find that out.
I think it's just more
I
opportunity.
haven't seen school yet.
I think it's just more opportunity.
I
bro.
was just messing with you. But yeah, I would say it's opportunity.
'Cause
More priority.
More touches.
Yeah, because you're not getting priority over D-Book and KD. It just is what it is.
I do like that Chauncey said we're not going to treat you like Joel Embiid, but yet you're still going to get some touches.
As you should, I think so.
Yeah.
As long as he's doing the other stuff too, I wouldn't see why not. If you want to bust your behind on a break and play defense, we'll give you a couple touches.
He said that though?
Yeah.
That's funny. He said, "Hold on, buddy, you're not that good." All right.
Mine was just like how fast can these young guys kind of get Portland Trailblazers fans over this Dame era, or like just everything that kind of happened in these past few months.
Right. I can feel that.
I think it would be pretty fast because I think Scoot, even in his presser, was like, I'm not here to be the next Damian Lillard. I'm here to be Scoot Henderson.
Mhm.
And I think that right there is
That
always a
sound-
step in the right
That's
direction.
a 2K soundbite.
That's so
Yeah.
cliche, but I mean, that's what you want to hear.
Yeah. Sacramento Kings.
Can they handle like the target being on their back with them being like this team that like surprised the league next season, and now teams are like prepared for them?
I just
Yeah.
said, can they sustain? Can they
Yeah.
do what they just did? Was
Right.
that a fluke? Was that, everybody peaking? Can they sustain? Because the West got better and they made very limited moves.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which
they're
could be good or
they're,
bad.
They're
yeah.
counting on the in-house to take step. Keegan Murray to take a step. Malik Monk to be Malik Monk. Trey Lyles. Can they, to ask an entire team to do what they did last year after they all kind of had career years is a tough ask. So
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I had put like, can they basically do what you said, like sustain what they had while their offense takes a hit? Because I gotta imagine if you just play the odds, they can't shoot as good. Like their offense can be as good as it was, last year. I feel like somebody's gonna take a step back or not shoot as well.
Yeah, everybody had career years. They had the best injury luck in all of basketball. Nobody
Mhm.
missed any time. And I think, and it has nothing to do with the talent, I just think the sustainability of that, of the
It's
health
tough.
thing, it's almost impossible to do that 2 years in a row. So it's like when you do go through the hardships of somebody being injured, okay, how do we approach that?
Yeah.
Are we able to sustain ourselves? And like Darrick said, they had the surprise element last season. Nobody was ready for the Sacramento Kings to be the 3 seed. Now, people know the Kings are deep. They have stars. They have good young players. And there's no surprise anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to know how good you are. So how do we approach that?
Yeah.
San Antonio Spurs.
That was 2 West teams.
Well, we don't. We only.
we've
we
been
just
out of
going now.
order.
Oh.
I had put just
Yeah.
like
3 East teams in a row.
Yeah, we just going.
I put like, how do you go about handling Vic the right way? And I say that because like I mentioned earlier about how like these guys with these body types, they can be kind of fragile sometimes. Just like, I know they want to get the most out of him, but they're, as an organization they're not going to like force him, or, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to put him in positions which is going to be detrimental to him.
They need to.
Yeah.
You think so?
They need to let him go. Trying to preserve
Yeah, go let him go to Chicago.
basketball. These are sports where wherever's going to happen is going to happen. You can't, that's just what I believe. Like,
Yeah.
unless the only thing I can understand is when you have an older player who has a lot of mileage on their bodies because of whatever, and it's been wear and tear. So when you have a Kawhi coming off a quad injury, you want to low manage. But to do it with a
rookie?
teenager who can set the foundation of this team. If the glimpses we getting from preseason can translate into what the actual season gonna come, he can have them a lot better than we even imagine with all of the hype. Because like Darrick was saying, he does so much. Digging on one plate and recovering and blocking a shot at the rim, blocking jump shots, bringing a ball up, scoring in a post, scoring from 3, scoring. He was cherry picking and leaking out. Like,
He said, I'm going to get mine.
for real. So it's just like, if this one dude can do so much, why hold it back because you scared? That shit don't make no sense to me. Now, if he had if he bumps knees and it's like, oh shit, sit your ass down.
No,
But just to say, yeah,
I think there's so many times
taking it easy.
during the season. So like, say instance they had a game against OKC that went to double OT or something, and the next game they got a back-to-back. Would you feel comfortable like
I'm playing him, bro.
Sit
I'm
out this
playing
game.
him.
He's 19. Why wouldn't
Yeah, I'm
I?
playing.
I never when they said that they might.
I would be on caution.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless he gets hurt, I'm playing him, man.
At
This
least
is part
so
of
he
the
gets
game.
his body grows in a little bit more.
This is part of the
his
game.
body. I think you had to get him accustomed to playing those type of, because he's eventually gonna have to do it.
He is.
So why not just do it now?
I agree with Darrick. That's how it starts. They start conditioning motherfuckers to think this is what it is. Oh, you ain't gonna play. Man, that shit is weak. Play basketball. Get him in condition in his mind. This is his job. He's gonna play unless he's hurt and can't play. If he is hurt and banged up, you sit him. But because he just played X amount of minutes, man, fuck that. Unless he played 60 minutes. They wanted to triple, quadruple overtime, and he played every minute. Cool. But because he played in a back-to-back, man, play basketball.
And that triple OT game where Kawhi played, people were spectating. He won't go play the next 2.
Yeah, because he's a 30-year-old player who's
That
had
was
some
such a fun
injuries.
game, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It really was, bro.
Absolutely.
Might be the best regular season game of the year.
absolutely.
Wasn't it against the Kings, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
those
fire
games,
one.
man.
I think we were
Or-
all in Discord. It's like
or-
1 in the
We
morning.
was too, because
It
I
was
remember
either-
it was getting late as hell. We were
it was
like, we
either
can't
that
get
one-
off.
Yeah.
Or the Kings versus Mavericks when Kyrie first got there.
Yeah.
They went into overtime a couple times.
Or
Malik Monk and Kyrie was going at it kind of.
60-point triple-double just
Luka
crazy.
60-point triple-double against
true.
the Knicks.
That wasn't as exciting as that one.
Well, I
though.
know
That
why
was-
you didn't find it
No,
exciting.
I was gonna say that free throw moment where he hit it to go to OC, to what do you do? Tie it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was insane. That's like video game. Like,
Yeah. 3 teams left, boys. Toronto Raptors.
What will they commit to? Like, are they committing to competing, or are they gonna blow this up and compete to rebuilding?
Yeah.
Because OG already said he's testing the market. He's not signing no extensions.
He said
So
that?
yeah,
Oh, damn.
and then Siakam, you can potentially trade him and get back some quality stuff for Siakam. So I think they might as well just buy into the rebuild. Let Scotty Barnes be free. See what he can really bring you. Not being next to Siakam.
You saw Dig laid it down and got his first bucket of his NBA career the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugly jumper.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Was that 2 days ago? Yeah, because Keegan Murray did the
Vancouver. Yeah.
oh yeah.
My thing was fit. I watched that game. It looked absolutely dookie.
Yeah.
Just not the players. They're all talented, but the collection of them on the floor. Whereas Jakob, Pascal, Scotty did some post moves, and he had Pascal or somebody right next to him. The cohesion just, because Pascal can knock down shots, but he's not a floor spacer.
Sniper.
Scotty isn't a floor spacer. Jakob obviously ain't floor spacing it. It's just a
Then
weird
the shooter won't
looking,
do it. They just don't have a lot of shooting.
It's like it's just clumped
It's
up.
just Gary Trent.
That's
and he's
why
coming off the bench.
they wanted to bring in Darko, because he has experience just formulating offenses with nothing. At least that's what they thought. And he was too busy stealing shit from the Knicks.
Yeah, mine was what's the line for them? Because this feels like another year where they're on the same path. It's like they kind of want to rebuild, but they also kind of want to compete. So where do you draw that line? It's like, if we're the 8th seed, do we let's just give it up at this point?
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those years where they have to make that decision by February or January.
I don't know. It's getting tougher and tougher because they be talking about these second half runs we could potentially have.
The Miami Heat might have done irreversible damage to GMs. I swear to you, they might have done it. So we'll see.
I think every team got to look at themselves.
The
in the mirror
Lakers
and be
did too, though, right? Playing into conference finals.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but the Lakers have LeBron and Anthony Davis. So
Yeah,
it's a little
and
bit
they had
different.
Eric Spoelstra. You got to look at your personnel and be like, we had a personnel to do this.
Yeah, Pascal is not Jimmy Butler, and Darko
It's
is not Spoelstra. Utah Jazz.
uh,
Can they do it again? Get another player that for bones and turn them into really, really good. Can John Collins get his shooting back? Because that's really what it is for John Collins. If his jump shot comes back, he'll be back to being a player that people care about. He'll back to being a player that people be invested in. But if you can't shoot, you can't play.
who's
Simple
the
as that.
full-time starting point guard for me?
That
was
go.
mine.
THC's looked okay.
Yeah,
Same
in
thing
those
as me.
roles.
It was about the guard play.
Yeah, guard play, and also it was really cool to see Lowry Market do that. You got to do it again when you're that type of player. Like you got to be consistent.
Year 2 is the hardest one. Year 2 is the hardest one. Are y'all? I think I asked this before, but on a 1 through 10, how excited are y'all for this season of Utah Jazz ball after last year being successful? The
I
first
am
time?
excited because Will Hardy has something going on over there. Because Lowry, Walker Kessler, John Collins, I like it. I think the guards that they have, one of them can pop off. You know what I mean? Sexton, THT, Keontae George, rookie year. OG Abaje is in his second year. Jordan Clarkson is still in that team. That there's some stuff going on, and I just like the way that they played last year from a team aspect. So I'm excited to see how they piece it all together. Because I like uniqueness, and on paper, Kessler, Collins, Lowry is very unique front court.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they put it together. I'm not gonna lie, they're probably like, if you're rating that 1 out of 10, probably like a 4 out of 5.
Don't forget my boy.
Taylor Hendricks.
Taylor
Yeah,
Hendricks.
Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah,
He
that's
had a
another
crazy
reason.
3 the other day. Step back.
definitely
I'm like,
another reason.
damn,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I see you.
I feel like this is one of the teams that, like, depending on how their season goes, my excitement could die down or either go higher.
I think at the beginning I might be a little excited just to see John Collins in a new situation, Larry Markin post All-Star. Like it might be like a 5.5, but after that it might go down.
I feel like
Yeah.
depending on their success, it's like, do I stay invested or what?
Their M is too similar to the Marlins on their helmet.
I see what you mean. The last team is the Washington Wizards.
How good is Jordan Poole?
How often are they wearing the white and blue jerseys?
Oh, that should be every game. Every game.
Every goddamn. Forget the cherry blossoms. But yeah, you said Jordan Poole.
How good could he be as like at a free range?
Yeah.
Of not contained with the Warriors.
Do y'all think he's a player that the advanced stats will ever catch up to him being okay? Because his advanced stats are disgusting. Like worse than league bad.
Yeah. Could that also be predicated to him?
I
just
think a
being
little
with
bit
the
of
Warriors?
growth helps that.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
I think growth helps that a little bit, like decision making, and just like your shot selection comes up a little bit more, and I think that's what hurts him. Also, you just get a little bit more savvy on the defensive side. So I think eventually they'll come to part, but for like those shot creators that aren't really like defensive guys, it's hard to have like advanced stats in your favor.
Yeah, like Jamal Crawford, for like 8 of his years in career, he was the worst advanced statistic guy in the world. But nobody would think that Jamal Crawford is the worst player in the
I
league.
tested you. This guy's amazing.
Yeah, he can hoop. You know?
My question for the Wizards is like, can we get some like homegrown talent, or like can we get some of that like Danny? I feel like he had a pretty decent year. Still could expect a little bit more. Johnny Davis, are we gonna see something from here? See something from him, and then now you have Bilal. So it's like you got to focus on that too a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see any of your draft picks be
Literally
good
just one.
because they ain't had a great stretch recently.
Y'all think they could be a good defensive team?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, my question is more so, can they not be the worst? That's more so what it was.
Yeah.
Because I can see a world where they're the worst defensive team.
Do you have more confidence that they'll be the worst defensive team or be a top 15 defensive team? Would they be
Worst.
average or above average or more likely to be dead ass last?
I would put my money on last versus mid.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I can't say you're wrong because they don't
What
have
they got?
a lot of personnel
This is
for it.
Denny, right?
It's
Danny
Denny
Gafford.
but Gafford's a block guy. He's not a
Yeah.
defensive guy.
So just don't be dead last in defense. On the defensive side
Or
of the ball.
you got your own first round pick this year. Or do be bad.
True.
Go get Ron Holland or something. The GM survey just came out right now as we're doing this episode.
Best position.
I want to ask y'all the questions. Should you answer from your perspective or guess what the
Both.
GM said? Okay.
Oh,
Who would win the championship this year?
I would say
the Bucks.
That's your pick or that's what you think they said?
That's what I think they said.
I think
but
the
I also
Boston
would pick the
Celtics.
You said Boston Celtics. What about you, P?
I think they said the Bucks.
They said tied the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets, 33% each.
Okay.
Still got a lot of love for
see
Denver.
the Nuggets having their
Yep.
That's like the first time I've seen them get love like that.
Yeah.
It's all Mike Malone could ask for.
What player will win the MVP this
That's
season?
gonna hurt his speeches. He's supposed to go in there and say we ain't getting
I'm sorry.
respected.
Right, exactly.
You said what?
Who will win the MVP this season?
Giannis.
I have not
Jokic.
thought about that.
Makeup year.
Jokic, Giannis.
Devin Booker.
It will be, according to them, Nikola Jokic, 43% of the votes.
People love a new MVP.
Who was second?
Giannis is second, Jason Tatum, then Luka Doncic.
Jason Tatum was a good one.
It's a really good one. If you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the NBA, who would it be?
Luka.
Luka.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably Jokic. still.
Jokic is number
Yeah.
1. Luka is number 4. Guess the rest of the list.
Number
Giannis.
2,
Giannis is number 3.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry got a vote, but not top 5.
Embiid.
Embiid is not top 5.
LeBron.
LeBron is not. He's 50. Nobody's starting their franchise.
So
with.
it's Luka, blank, Giannis.
It's Jokic, blank, Giannis, Luka.
Jokic.
Jason Tatum.
No Tatum. Did not make top 5. If you're starting a franchise,
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama's at 2. And I'm going to say it again, starting a franchise, so think younger.
Yeah.
Good, very good still, but think younger.
Zion.
Not Zion. What? The motherfucker played 30% of his
Anthony
games.
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is number 5. There you go.
There we go.
Which player forces opposing coaches to make the most adjustments?
Jokic.
Jokic is 2.
LeBron.
LeBron is not here.
Giannis.
Giannis is 3.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is 1. Thank
yeah.
you. I don't know why it took y'all so long.
I didn't even hear the question.
I was getting to it.
And then you have
Luka.
And last but not least, big man,
What's the question?
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Okay.
Which player is
You
most?
good? We got you.
They
B.
got you. Which player is most likely to have a breakout season?
Jordan Poole.
Not top 5.
Based off of their breakout, Kay Cunningham,
K. Cunningham's number 2.
Alperen Şengün.
Şengün got a vote, but not top 5.
Kyle Kuzma.
No.
Kyle Kuzma on the screen right now.
Yeah.
This player already broke out, but they were expecting probably
Anthony Edwards?
superstardom. Yes,
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is number
Tyrese
1.
Halliburton,
No Halliburton, but another one.
Obi Toppin,
Nope.
Bruce Brown.
Nope. Not another Pacer. Another
Oh.
another Tyrese.
Tyrese
Maxey.
Maxey.
Yep.
CDs is ass.
Number
These
3
guys broke out.
Number 3 and number 4 play for the same team.
They play.
Is
Look at
that-
number
are that-
22 wide open. Kuzma. I'm going 1 on
Is
That's
that
Monte
West?
Morris.
It's out west.
Out east. Out east play for the same team. Young players. Very good. Both of them.
Jalen
Paulo
Brown.
and Franz.
Prilo and Franz. There you go. Who is the best point guard in the NBA?
You see,
Steph Curry.
They
Come
don't
on
know-
now.
They don't know about him.
Steph Curry's 1.
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard's 4.
Luka.
Lucas 2.
Let Darrick handle this.
You got
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say I ain't hear it either. So D Mills, you're gonna have to carry this round.
Trying to think who would.
Best point guard in the NBA. You got Steph, Luka, Dame. You're missing the third player.
Shea.
Shea. Good job.
I didn't know where they would classify him.
Yep.
I was
Because this is stupid. The next question is best shooting guard in the league.
He's also on there.
He's also on this one.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker's 1 with
Donovan Mitchell.
63% for Devin Booker. It is a consensus that well, not consensus, but it's close to consensus.
So I'm guessing is Shea number 2.
Shea is number 4, or it's tied for 3.
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell not there.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown not there.
Now where?
That's what I'm saying. This is stupid because 3 of the point guards are also on shooting guards.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's second,
Oh.
and Luka's third,
That list don't matter now.
and then Anthony Edwards is there. The best small forward in the league.
Kevin
Jason
Durant.
Tatum.
Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum are 1 and 2. Tatum being number 1.
Ooh.
Then-
LeBron.
LeBron's number 4.
I'm guessing they also probably have Brown on the power 4 list.
Kawhi.
Kawhi's number 5, and number 3 is Luka. For the 1, 2, and 3.
They glazing.
The glazing is crazy.
Power 4, best power forward in the league.
Giannis.
So no
Giannis.
Jimmy Butler on that list.
Not Jimmy Butler. Not on
Jason
this.
Tatum. Well,
Giannis is 1.
that,
So is LeBron also on this list?
Nope.
Okay.
Anthony Davis. They probably got
Nope.
as a full. Okay.
Zion.
Nope. All NBA, one of the top 15 players of all time. Come on, guys.
So you wait,
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
I thought
Oh,
we said Kevin.
He was
Durant.
on the small 4 list.
Oh, we said him on the small four. Okay.
That's it. Giannis got 97% of the votes. and Kevin Durant got 1 vote. Best center in the league.
Jokic.
Jokic got all the
Embiid.
votes. He got all the
all-
votes. He's got all of them. It's just him.
damn.
Highest percentage of total votes. Okay, that's not a question. Which team made the best overall moves this offseason?
The
The
Celtics.
Bucks.
Celtics and the Bucks are tied for first place.
Then the Suns.
The Suns are not there. Damn.
The
that's kind of
Lakers.
crazy.
Yeah.
Lakers are 4th. Yep. 2 of these teams are rebuilding teams, but they thought they still had a good
The
offseason.
Rockets.
The Rockets are 5th. Another rebuilding
The
team.
Pacers.
Nope.
The Pistons.
Nope. First year of this team's rebuild.
Portland.
Portland,
Oh.
3rd.
Weak ass move.
And the Dallas Mavericks, they have a top 5 off season? I don't think so, but
No.
I mean,
They brought back Kyrie. That's big for them.
it is.
Yes.
Grant Williams, Seth Curry,
Which one player acquisition would make the biggest impact?
Damian Lillard going to the Bucks.
Damian Lillard, 47% first place.
Drew Holiday to the
Holiday's number 2. Let's get all of these. Y'all got it.
Aiden.
Chris Paul.
No.
Grant Williams.
No.
Is it moving teams or is it?
Yeah,
going
these
back?
guys going to different teams.
Jordan Poole.
Bruce Brown.
Bro,
No.
wait. Time out. Restate the question. So, because that Jordan Poole is an awful one.
Which one player acquisition would make the biggest impact?
Oh, yes.
Y'all got
I was
Dame
more
and
thinking of
Drew.
individuals.
Porzingis. Thank
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
Think all NBA caliber people changes this offseason. Western Conference.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
Another former All-Star also went from east to west. Guard. Impact. Maybe not the best player, but his impact can
Marcus Smart.
Not a good guess. His impact can be deeper than on-court stuff to a team that needed somebody in the locker room.
Derrick Rose.
No.
Fred VanVleet to the Rockets.
Fred VanVleet.
Oh.
And the last one is a rookie.
Derrick Rose.
He said somebody in the locker room. Like,
No.
And the last one is a rookie.
Vic.
Vic.
Yep.
Vic, come on, man, with this Vic shit.
What was the most underrated player acquisition?
Most underrated?
Underrated. None of these players are all-stars. So this is a good one.
Grant Williams.
Grant Williams, number 2. Good job.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown's number 3. Good job.
Come on, P.
Oh, he's going to order. It's his turn.
We all heard the question this
Dante
time. No,
DiVincenzo
that's a good
not
one.
in the top.
Oh,
Okay.
I honestly thought that was a good one.
Let me think.
Y'all missing number 1. Underrated. Never been an all-star, but got an award. One of the top 5 awards.
Conference.
He's in the Western Conference now.
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart. Good job. Other all-defensive caliber player going to a new team. A lot of money getting paid to this player.
Oh, never.
Say what? Wait, say it again.
Western Conference team paid a lot of money for this all-defensive player.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
There you go, Mike.
7% of the votes went to the Suns center. Nurkic.
Why you say the Suns center?
Because I like when Darrick says it. And then Max Strus also got some votes.
Max Strus a good one.
Who will be the most improved team this season?
I want to say the Pacers.
No, one vote for the Pacers.
The most improved team is going to be
OKC.
From off last year?
From last year.
The Lakers?
OKC's number 1.
Okay.
OKC's
The Lakers?
Not the Lakers. Got a vote, though, but not top 5.
Are they including the trades?
the Pacers.
Pacers not in there.
So would they put the Bucks in there?
They did not put the Bucks in there.
Okay.
They were the 1 seed, so I'm assuming.
I was curious if they would
Still
consider
think,
trade. Yeah.
The Mavericks.
The Mavericks are number 3. Good job.
So we got 1 and 3?
Y'all got 1 and 3. These other 3 teams, these are all teams that didn't make the playoffs. These other 3 teams did not make the playoffs either. Pistons are number 4.
So we missing number 2.
Number 2 and number 5.
The
Rockets.
The Rockets. There you go. And the last team.
I'm going to say the Spurs.
Out east.
The Magic.
Oh.
Magic. There we go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Most surprising move this
Damn, I feel
offseason.
like LeBron, can I get
The Dame trade.
You said most surprising move?
The Dame trade, yes.
Was that on 100%?
No, it's 43%.
So then
This is good, though, because all of these trades, when it happened, I was like, whoa. That was number 1.
Chris Stapps.
Chris Stapps' trade was number 2.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday.
They tied that with Dame.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal's number 3. Come on, y'all got this.
A trade.
One of them is a trade and one of them is a signing.
Chris
Paul, and one of them is a signing. And I think it's surprising because he got paid a lot of money.
Dylan Brooks?
Nope.
Fred.
Nope.
Fred? He got paid a lot.
A lot of money.
Who got?
Role player, $20 million.
Brown?
Bruce Brown.
Oh.
More. There's a lot. Who will win the Rookie of the Year? I don't need
Vic.
y'all to guess everything. Just guess the
Vic.
winner.
Vic.
Most surprising player getting the votes is Sasha Vezenkov. Got 1 vote.
He was splashing that bitch against the Raptors.
Which rookie would be the best in 5 years?
Vic.
Vic had all of the votes. Which rookie was the biggest steal when where they were selected?
Cam Whitmore.
Cam Whitmore is number 1. I want y'all to guess the rest of these because it's fun. Cam Whitmore is number 1 with 43%.
Kobe Buffkin.
Not in top 5.
Hami Hawkwest?
Number 2. Yep, number 2.
Your pick, D Mills.
Who else was late in that draft?
All but one of them is outside the lottery. One of them is a lottery pick. A high lottery pick.
Who fell in the lottery?
Asar.
No.
Taylor Hendricks.
Nope. Higher.
Man?
Nope. Higher.
Oh, wait. Who went?
Scoot.
Who went
Scoot.
fourth?
Because they believe they probably should have went number 2. The other ones is your boy, Darrick. Keontae George.
Okay.
And then AirPods.
Okay.
Who's the best international player in the NBA?
Vic.
Jokic.
Luka.
Jokic.
Jokic.
In the NBA. I thought we were still on rookies.
I keep saying Luka.
You heard Vic too many times.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
Who is the best international player not in the NBA? Y'all could get this first one. Not in the NBA.
Luis Scola.
Nope. Good
No.
guess, though.
No, the best international player not in the NBA is
He used to be in the NBA. That's why I
Dwight
say y'all
Howard?
could get it.
Nico Mirotic.
Nico Mirotic.
Oh, yeah. He won multiple MVPs over there.
Yes.
Who is the best defensive player in the league? I don't need top 5. Just give me number 1.
Best defensive player.
Giannis.
Giannis. Then it went Drew Holiday, Draymond Green, Marcus Smart, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Giannis do his thing, but damn.
Who is the best perimeter defender in the NBA?
Drew Holiday.
Drew
Drew
Holiday.
Holiday.
Then it
Jaden
was
McDaniels.
nope, no votes. Mikal Bridges, Alex Caruso, Marcus Smart, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, I can't argue.
Who is the best interior defender in the NBA?
Jaren
Gobert.
Jackson.
Jaren Jackson
Jaren.
Jr., then Rudy Gobert, then Brook Lopez. Then
What?
Anthony
So-
Davis.
Giannis ain't top 5 in neither one of those categories,
But
but
he's
he's the
number
best
1.
defender.
Best help defender. Who is the most versatile defender?
Giannis.
Bam.
That's where his value
Oh,
is
there
to
it
them, I
goes.
guess. And Bam is 3, Draymond is 2,
Trey's still getting that respect.
The best defensive team in the NBA this season. They're expecting.
The Celtics.
Best coach in the NBA.
Greg Popovich.
No.
Oh.
Eric Spoelstra.
73%. Which
Who's
head coach is the best manager / motivator of his players?
Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Which head coach makes the best in-game adjustments?
Eric Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra. Which head coach runs the best offense?
Steve Kerr.
Number 2.
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone.
Nope. Number 3.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. Good call.
Yeah.
The best defensive schemes in basketball as a coach?
Spo
again. Which new head coach will make the biggest impact?
Adrian Griffin.
Nope.
Oh.
Nick Nurse.
Nope. Didn't even vote Nick Nurse. It's crazy.
Ime.
Ime Udoka.
Ime.
Who is the best assistant coach in the NBA? It was Jordy Fernandez for the Kings bench. Terry Stotts also got some votes. Which active player would be the best head coach someday?
Say that
Chris
again.
Paul.
Chris Paul.
Oh,
Which team is going to be the most fun to watch this
I
year?
said Draymond.
Most fun.
Pacers.
Mm-mm. Think really good.
Celtics.
Nuggets.
Oh.
Which team has the best home court advantage?
The Nuggets.
The Nuggets. Which team will have the most efficient offense?
The Nuggets.
The Nuggets. Which team level of success this season is the toughest to predict? That's a good question.
The Lakers.
Grizzlies.
No to both.
Level. The Miami Heat.
Nope.
That's a very good one,
The
though.
Warriors.
Nope.
The Pelicans.
Nope.
Damn. OKC.
Nope. Number 3.
The Mavericks.
Nope. Think about just a big cloud over this organization.
Oh, Philly.
Philly.
They're
Which-
going to be good.
Which team has the most promising young core? 73% of the votes for this team.
OKC.
OKC. Most athletic player in the NBA?
Zion Williamson.
Nope. He
Anthony
got his
Edwards?
4th.
Ja
3rd.
Morant.
John Morant's 1. Best pure shooter?
Steph Curry.
All of the votes. Fastest with the
I
ball?
was going to say
Ja.
Leonard.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox and Ja was 2nd. Which player is best at moving without the ball?
Steph Curry.
Right. Which player is the best passer?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Is that all of them?
Say it again?
Did he get all the votes?
No. Luka and LeBron both got votes.
Okay.
Which player is the best leader?
LeBron.
LeBron, the most versatile player in the league.
Giannis.
Yes, y'all on the roll right now.
LeBron is the best leader.
Which player has the best
The
IQ?
leader.
The
Best IQ?
LeBron. No, Jokic.
Chris Paul.
Jokic.
Oh.
Chris Paul's 3rd and LeBron is 2nd. So, which player would you want taking the shot with the game on the line?
Kyrie
Kevin
Irving.
Durant.
They're going to say Steph, though.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I would say Kevin Durant.
And this is the very last question. Which change will require the biggest adjustment? Whether that be with in-season, rules, or the new CBA?
The tournament.
That's 3rd.
Oh, it's not a. Oh, it's the-
The flopping rule.
That was 4th.
Oh.
It was the player participation policy.
Oh.
Got the bulk of the votes, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was the NBA GM survey. Interesting stuff as always.
Yeah. I do like that they as GMs feel like the player participation thing will probably be tough to adjust to.
Yeah, because like, man, can they play all the games? They have to play all the games,
How can we find a loophole in this?
right? Play them for 3 minutes, get them out the game. That's the loophole. But then now your averages go down. If you're a 25 point per game score, I don't know if I want that. So
Yeah.
that's all the NBA stuff. I don't know if there's anything outside of basketball. Unless we want to talk
How did
about
you enjoy your surprise party?
Bro, I can't. I was thinking about this while laying in bed last night. I'm so appreciative of moments like that.
It's so funny, though. And I'm going to let you finish. He really was on our ass, and we all. I don't know about everybody, but I'm looking at the text like, man, he just don't know.
I was gonna text him like game, like kind of like before he was leaving out, just be like, he really don't know. Like I'm trying to hoop with him.
So okay, for the people at home, my wife and my mom threw me a surprise party, and obviously all these guys were in on it, and I had no idea. I usually am pretty perceptive when it comes to stuff like that. Like I could pick up on it. I didn't know anything. So that day is Sunday football. And not usually, but I be wanting to talk to people while watching the games. So I'm hitting the group chat like crazy. Where y'all at? football is going on and nobody in Discord. Y'all crazy. And I took a screenshot because all of y'all were online. And I took a screenshot. I say, if you not in Discord right now but online, you ugly. And little did I know, an hour later I was gonna leave the house and everybody that I really like love and care for was gonna be in one room together for my birthday. So I did feel bad for like 5 minutes. Like, this the guy. It don't really matter.
No, it was
just
fun
funny
playing it. Yeah,
because I wanted to be in there.
Yeah,
because it is Super Bowl Sunday. But I'm like, I know it's gonna be so crazy when we all just doing that noise and everybody leaving the Discord.
You was clutch though for telling Kyron the day of, like, hey, he had to add him to the group chat.
Because I know that's KB.
Yeah.
Prior to that, KB was asking. Because I felt bad too last year when we told Kyron. Well, maybe it wasn't last year, but one of
Like
the
2 years ago, yeah.
we told Kyron happy birthday on like the 11th, and today is his birthday on the 10th or like the 12th, and Kyron didn't say nothing at all. You know, it ain't Kyron don't care, but you know, one of us would be like, "It's my birthday, you ugly ass." Some Kyron ain't say nothing. So we all felt bad, but I know Kyron is our friend because of KB, so it made KB. So I'm like, Kyron didn't say nothing in that chat when Suzanne said something.
Yeah, I didn't know he wasn't in there.
So something told me, look at the names. Because it was like 9 people in there. So I just assumed he was in there. And then I looked at the names. I didn't see Kyron.
That was a group chat we used to play in your bachelor party. So I literally just added Suzanne to it.
Gotcha.
And then I didn't know Kyron wasn't in there.
So I hurried up and was just like, yo, I had added him. He still ain't say nothing. I'm like, man, this is not good enough. I'm like, KB gonna want him to be there. So then I FaceTime him, and I'm like, man, you good? Like you can make it. He this man on the toilet. Like, man, I just woke up shorty. My stomach been hurting. He like, I'm like, all right, just let me know, bro. Motherfucker, get you a ride or whatever. Just gotta make sure you there. He like, no, I'm gonna be there. So I'm like, cool. And then I walk in. He's like, hey man. Good shit telling me, shorty, because, man, I sure wouldn't have known.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been right if he wasn't there. So I'm happy
not at
put
all.
that together.
Not at all.
But, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think you can kind of not really think about how many people are in your life or care about you or vice versa until they're all there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I guess we kind of got that with the wedding because everybody was there. But it was just a little bit different because the wedding, again, we planned it.
Yeah.
You know, I had RSVPs. And this, I had no idea. When we pull up to the spot, my mom is outside, which was a bit different for her to be standing outside the restaurant instead of going in. But I ain't thinking of nothing.
So unnecessary.
You know what's also different too?
I thought they normally meet you outside. I didn't know how
When
they
I meet somebody at the restaurant, they is in there, or they beat me, I'm going to meet them in the little thing.
Yeah, but she also covered it up by saying, I got to get your gift out of my trunk.
Oh.
So when I pulled in, there's a Beamer. I'm like, damn, they're like Pierre car. But I didn't think nothing because,
you could see that car.
Exactly. I've definitely seen that car before, but I ain't think
That's why
it.
I was like, hey, Darrick, D Mills, did you pull up front? Because there's stuff on your car that makes you like very like noticeable to know that is your car.
Yeah, it's time. It's definitely
yeah.
But you know what's crazy?
Damn.
It was also nice because we never really do any, like, I don't know about how like Pierre and your friend group do, but we don't really do shit for birthdays.
Yeah.
Usually we're on the game and just talking, so it was cool to
We
like
just try to
actually
eat
do some.
together, you know what I'm saying? Like
Cooper's
Hog or some shit.
right.
That's the second surprise birthday party in the friend group this year. Mason.
Mason.
And then
Damn, yeah,
KB.
it's facts.
This is the first time we've ever done those as like a group. It's the girlfriends are doing it, but
right.
It's the first time we've actually like done it.
Yeah, it was real fun, man. Got me all emotional. I did emotional a few times since then, just thinking about it. You know,
I am so nosy that Dana can never throw me a surprise party. I'll be eating like, oh, who texted you? Who that? Oh, this my friend from school, whatever. Oh, yeah. Y'all text hard?
y'all text hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't personally I don't know Suzanne's password, and she don't know my password.
I don't know Dana's password either.
Like, I've never even thought about wanting to look at, ask her who you're texting.
You got to be looking for something to go through somebody's phone.
You know your girl password?
I think I do because she's told me, but I'm not gonna open. Like, even if
to a text or something, but like, I'm not gonna remember her password.
She told me her password, but I don't have no reason to.
I feel like once you tell a girl your password, that shit is burned into their memory. Like they will never forget what your
22643. Bet. It's over with.
I'm just too nosy of a person. What you doing, Ma? Me and my mama meet me to walk. Who you was talking to? That's just my natural thing to just ask a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was great. I had a lot of fun.
It was funny.
Did you eat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
I had a burger.
Oh.
It was all right.
They said that burger was the best thing.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was better than chicken.
I
I didn't have
bun.
a chicken sandwich, but I saw a lot of bad reviews on it. So
Yeah, I ain't had no bun though, so it was a lettuce wrap. So that's probably why I was all right.
He said I saw a lot of reviews on it.
No, I'm talking from the people.
I'd
that was
never
eating it at the table.
been there before.
Me either. But we saw
It's
some
right
high
there.
school people we went to high school with.
Who you see?
I'll say afterwards.
Oh,
And then the lady that was waitressing us is the big sister of somebody that we graduated with.
nice.
So it was just weird.
Oh,
Bro, I didn't. Oh, before you had walked in.
That's why I know who that is.
Before you had walked in.
Her little sister name started A?
Yep.
Yeah.
Before you were walking in, the waitress was trying to give like everybody their drinks, and we're all standing up waiting for you or whatever. And I couldn't tell if it was like one of your sisters or somebody was like, he coming. Like she had got real firm with the waitress. They were like, no, she can hurry up and put the drinks down real quick. She was like, no, he's coming. Because you can see you coming through the window.
Yeah.
And the waitress was like, oh shit. She had ran out.
Yeah, that was
And it's crazy that one of the girls that was a waiter, she was telling me, she was like, how old is Kenny? I was like, 27. She was like, oh, I was like, you know him? She was like, yeah, his girlfriend used to work with me at Rock Bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah, before it closed down.
Rock Bottom's a funny spot because it literally closed down with no notice. Everybody that worked there just lost their job.
Really?
Yes, swear to God. And Suzanne was already gone by that
Yeah.
point.
I was
but
gonna say Suzanne worked there for 3 days.
yeah. And one of those 3 days, me and Mike went out to dinner.
Yeah.
Fuck
right,
with her.
That's crazy that they just
I've
shut
been
down
at-
randomly.
I've been
Yeah.
to that spot with Destiny too before, and I
Oh,
feel like they had some good food.
Me and Dana went there. The
Yeah.
one that was in the mall.
Mhm.
Yeah, we went there.
Yeah, they
And
had
you
a
be going
really
to the
good.
place that replaced it, right?
It's like a few doors down, but yeah, they got some really good food.
I went there before too. I think they got like Italian beef egg rolls too.
They do.
I
They
gotta
do.
get on that.
They got one of the things where you can get those samplers where they give you like
Bunch of
2 or
different
3
shit.
a bunch of different appetizers. They got one of that,
Yeah.
and you can try out everything.
I need to get on that.
Yeah, that shit was
It was fun.
that shit was fun, man. It was also crazy because I was saying bye, and Angie said, "Yeah, the next time you see me, she'll probably be here." I'm
Yeah.
damn, that is crazy.
That's crazy to think about. Damn.
3 weeks.
Time is flying.
You know, Avery was born 3 weeks early.
Yeah. I mean, no, I didn't know that, but like I
Yeah.
do understand it's a possibility.
And we didn't expect that shit at all.
So yeah.
And it could be any. I mean, I'm not trying to spook you,
No, I know.
but it could be
It's-
any. Like
it's
really any day.
34, yeah.
Like, when Pierre called me yesterday, I was literally shampooing the baby's room. I was shampooing the carpet.
Yeah, he was.
It's gonna be so fun to see pop-up meals. Can't wait to get you.
I'm
get
asking
you
him
the-
like, man, you nervous,
You gonna bring your game up to the hospital like KB did?
I did
Bro,
not. I
bro.
did not do that.
bro?
You did have a viral tweet about it though.
Yeah.
I went to Flex had an interview and I went there, and the dude was like, man, you know, I've been rocking with the podcast too, man. Like, yeah, y'all doing y'all thing. He like, yeah, I had known you from there. He like, yeah, your man said when he went viral for playing his game. Like, I'm like, oh,
I was like, that's
my
crazy.
Your man said we're right.
That was such a funny moment because that was a case of a tweet getting outside of the target demo.
Yeah.
Because the people that know me know that it was a joke because I joked about
Exactly.
making that joke.
Yeah.
She
But
they
it
took
went-
a picture of you trying to turn on the TV.
Yeah, it went viral because
Anybody who plays a game can look at that picture and say,
there was
no
no
game
game
in
in
the picture.
sight.
there was no
there's
chords,
nothing.
game control. It's nothing.
People was coming out of there like, they was really
They was
like,
writing think
venting.
pieces
They
about
was
it.
venting about it, bro.
legitimately
Yes,
think
bro.
pieces, bro.
Yeah, it's
This is why
hilarious.
how would you get pregnant by a man who in it? Like, bro, oh my gosh.
And that's why I always stress people: the internet is not real.
I saw
At all.
and then KB had made a tweet saying how like people like if they paid attention, there wasn't a game in sight. And then there was girls in his comment section saying, "What do you expect us to think just looking at the picture?" And I'm just like, "Don't say anything."
what a great time! Because not only did that happen when Avery was born, and I tweeted, "I'm a dad." I was trending like second, oh no, it was fourth in the U.S. Like, it was like, "Congratulations, Kenny," and I still have that screenshot from when Avery was born. And one day, when my clout is gone, I'm gonna show Avery when you were born. That I had the clout to go viral on X because she gonna call it X by that time.
You'll be like trending. What does that mean?
Twitter, yeah.
She
But,
gonna be able to tell her schoolmates. I was number 4 on training when I was born.
Facts. Yeah. It's gonna be fun for you though, D Mills. It's gonna be tough those first couple months, but
Yeah.
you gonna adjust.
But luckily for you, you said Avery slept.
Avery was a perfect newborn.
Yeah.
She did not wake up much in the middle of the night. We woke her up to feed her. She never just was bawling her eyes out like babies normally do.
How your family? They ready? They excited?
Yeah. My sister, super excited. Because she just had her baby a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
I think she just hit 7 months. So
they about to grow up together, really.
yeah.
That's great. That's great. Because, yeah, Avery don't have that other than your daughter, potentially. You know, it's going to be, year and a half difference. But that's still close enough for them to be really close. Especially because our girls are close, too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Roscoe excited?
I guess.
Oh.
He ain't really said nothing about it.
Oh.
He
That
can't
was
do
such
baby
a
shower.
random.
Something just clicked in my. We was talking about family, and I remember my auntie had called me yesterday, and I didn't call her back.
That's petty.
I be
In the middle of the
doing
podcast.
Here,
she
read
be
out.
calling
You
me
see
at
that?
the. She be calling me at the worst
You
time.
see that I just called some chick I met at the mall that I barely know
She
She
at
be
all.
calling me at the weirdest time. It was like 8 a.m. already, and I didn't even wake up yet, and she just calling me. I'm like, I'm gonna call her back later.
I do that sometimes, Mike. It's okay. I'm definitely bad at calling back sometimes.
Who be calling you?
Sometimes my grandma randomly call me.
Damn.
Like she called me at 10 o'clock at night. I'm
Yeah,
Like getting ready to go to
grandma's is
bed.
different.
Yeah, I'll be getting ready to go to bed. And I'm like, bro.
Look.
I'm trying to watch my YouTube videos get comfortable.
TT was in there so loud.
Bro. You know what did they tell you what she went through?
Oh,
She had a heart attack 2 weeks ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Maybe more like 3-4 weeks ago at this point.
Man,
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell, right? She was in the hospital for a little bit, but she's as good as you can be. She had 2 heart attacks, actually. After 2 heart attacks. And she gonna tell my dad, because, they like drink together. Whenever they see each other, they had drinks together. She gonna say, I can't drink as much as I used to yet. I'm like, TT, bro, relax, bro. Relax, bro.
Nah.
Love that lady, though. Love that lady. Yeah, man. It's crazy to see everybody because it don't happen often.
The twins gonna say, "What's my name, Pierre?" Kayla? Nope. Oh shit. That's why I can't have no twin kids, man. I'm gonna be getting their names wrong.
It's so funny because
That's why you just call them twin.
Yep.
I guess because I grew up closer to them than you,
Yeah.
that they don't even look alike to me.
They don't. They really don't.
Like you can tell that they're twins, obviously.
It's just the
But
names. It's just Kayla and Kyla.
They're
It's
very
fucking
close.
We had to deal with this. We had twins in our
Kelvin.
friend group. Yeah,
See,
with
why
Kevin
the
and Kevin and Kel.
And Kevin and Kelvin actually
But
look
you know
like
what's funny?
twins.
They
It
had.
took me like a year to be able to tell them apart.
You know what's funny? They had one time where I remember that they said this hoodie.
Kayla definitely.
One had a red hoodie.
One had a green hoodie.
One had a red hoodie. One had a green hoodie. Like they ass was the Mario brothers.
But actually, when they were young, they didn't look alike because one was skinny,
One was
chubby.
skinny. Yeah.
And so like now,
That's true.
now they've both grown into their bodies. Now they do look a little bit more similar.
That's true. They both fat.
No, I wouldn't say they fat.
okay.
They,
That's
you know,
basically
they
what
got
you
the,
said.
they, a little chubby.
They got the dad.
They got dad bod now.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah.
dad bod.
They got
He
dad
said,
bods.
growing into your body is a nice way to say they put on weight.
It's just that grown man weight.
Yeah, I saw your boy at the barbershop yesterday.
Why is that my boy? Because we just had the same name.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
What he was talking about, man.
he actually ain't say nothing to me. Well, we like said what up, but he ain't try to talk to me really.
What if he watched the pod? Like,
And he caught on.
Hey.
if he come out and be like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna say nothing to you, little Hollywood.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with like the barbershop talk.
Yeah, same. I have switched barbers before because I don't want to talk, bro. Cut my hair. You feel me? Like the
Yeah.
one guy I go to, he say, "What up? How you doing? You got anything special planned?" I'm like, "Nah." And he cut my hair.
Yeah.
And I tip him handsomely because he does a decent job and he doesn't.
We used
talk
to
me.
have, bro. I swear, we used to have like our live shows the weekend, and I be getting my hair cut. You be like, anything got going on?
Nope. But one time I did get in this chair. He said your buddy said something. Y'all was doing something. So you did tell him something once.
Yeah.
But you don't go to him no more, right?
Nah, just because he moved shops.
Yeah, his shop is out of the way now.
You don't want to go to Bobby no more?
Hell no, I ain't went to Bobby in years.
Yeah.
And that's a dude I started probably like my first 10, 12 years getting my hair cut by him.
Yeah, he probably pissed he lost that client.
Lost me too.
But your hair shape different, so he might be all right.
His hair shape funny too, so you know.
He lost me, Mike, and Terrence.
I used to go to Bobby too.
Oh, that's 4 people.
Yeah, I used to go to Bobby. He just started moving around too much, and then he had the accident. So he was out of commission for a little bit, so I had to go find someone else.
It was the punctuality for me.
True. That's the second for me that we've had in this episode, by the way. It's the blank for me.
Oh, shit, I did just do that.
It's a punctuality for me.
No, that's big, though. That is very big.
He be the type that, like, he'll have an Italian beef right there.
You erased that. You know how many curse words been said that you ain't wrote down? Nah. If you ain't writing them all down, why write them at all?
We need to differentiate them, though, because who's paying that money? You know,
Yeah.
they got to be a Kenny jar, a
thing.
Mike jar, a P and Darrick jar.
Because I thought I did good. You heard me say wallet, and I said behind.
He wrote down one for me when I purposely was making a joke at the top of the episode.
It's true too, though. Anything special going on this week, though? I think we done with surprise parties and we got one thing. It's not this week, and it's getting cold out, so we need to hurry the hell up. Golfing, bro.
Yeah.
Terrence been going to the driving range. And that's the minimum we can do. We got to go to the driving range.
He could invite us.
True. And that's down the street, too.
Let's figure it out right now.
I don't know
did
anything
look
about
at that
it,
weather app. It says straight 50s and 40s.
For real, but like hoodie weather.
Yeah,
we fine.
I'll golf in a hoodie. I don't care.
Yeah. I just came with my tights. I went to wear some tights.
You talking like golf tights?
Just tights.
I'm finna put in the chat when we go into the range.
Yeah. All right. So we put the initiation in. We'll figure out the rest.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Tell Kyron come through.
Oh man, Cairo the golf club. I wasn't
Was
there
he
when
good
y'all
at
did.
Top Golf?
I didn't do Top Golf with y'all, but
No, yeah, he wasn't. Yeah,
Neither was I though, so I ain't talking shit.
you got better though. He tried to bat.
You
right,
weren't there.
but then
Josie's
you started
really
going
good.
left. You was decent.
Josie's really good.
Like she played before. Like she
Josie
does
is
something.
A1.
Yeah,
that doesn't
she's
surprise
really good.
me though. That does not
John
surprise me.
is
at all.
too now because of her.
Yeah, but he also used to golf with his pops
dad,
all the
yeah.
time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Josie got that shit, don't she?
I didn't know she was good. I don't remember watching her play.
Oh,
He was eating
in
chicken waffle sliders.
yeah, it was the talk.
She was on the other. They was on the other.
You know how you know she good? Because she was hitting the ball and she was hitting it real far. And she was like, damn, I messed up on that one. And I'm like, bro, I'm barely hitting it over the little thing.
Yeah.
For me, I be trying to hit it far, but also I want to get points. So if I hit it far and it don't get points, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
He immediately cracking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all watching or listening to this episode of Through the Wire. Of course, we will be back on Saturday talking all things hoops as we normally do, getting closer and closer to the NBA regular season where things are gonna go down.
Last show.
What? Wait. TTWtour.com. You said last show, like, are we getting fucking canceled?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Denver the
I
last
felt it signed like last show instead of live show.
Right. But TTWtour.com, October 24th, come out completely free, RSVP. Let's have some fun. And we appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all on Saturday.
Let's get it.
Look at number 8. He all
Peace,
young.
peace.